holding the world's top rank, top character level across the entire server, and top arena battle points in the world's most popular MOBA game, Legendary Arena. He had set records that were simply unprecedented. None other than Hyunwoo, known by the nickname Meligod. Yet, he decided to leave this virtual world behind forever to focus on reality, even deleting his account. When confronted by his best friend, Young Chan, about that decision, Hyunwoo boldly declared that the game was just for entertainment, not a place to kill oneself for money, and that he had decided to enlist in the military and then inherit his father's business. However, life is full of surprises. 2 years later, his family's company had gradually gone downhill, and by the day Hyunwoo was discharged, it had gone straight to bankruptcy, leaving his father bedridden. Crushing debts piled up. The once super wealthy heir to the Damsu Group now had to work part-time at a convenience store for a measly $9 an hour, often having to fill his stomach with near-expiry boxed meals from the shop. Hyunwoo cut off contact with his best friend when things hit rock bottom, even though his friend was still eager to help. Then, Yangchan offered him a chance to return to Arena, claiming that the profit earned from the game could easily reach 6 figures. Those words were like a light shining through the darkness of his life. So Hyunwoo decided to return. First, he had to go to the shopping mall to buy a game capsule, though he couldn't help but feel disappointed when he saw the price. Hyunwoo began to hesitate, wondering what he should do. In the end, he had to spend his own savings to change his life. At that very moment, Hanbak walked in with his arm around a woman, mocking him. It was the son of his father's colleague. Ignoring his nasty remarks, Hyunwoo just walked straight away, but right then, Hanbak stupidly revealed a shocking truth. Hyunwoo's family falling into such misery was the work of his own father, which left him utterly stunned. Hanbak even cursed his father to die on his sickbed, something Hyunwoo couldn't accept. So he swung his hand and punched him straight in the mouth. Bodyguards from all around saw this and immediately rushed to intervene. Hyunwoo, furious, kept berating him, etching this grudge deep into his heart. When he stepped out of the convenience store, the rain was pouring heavily, matching Hyunwoo's heavy heart. He walked on through the torrential rain, his face dark as he thought about the cause of everything. He still didn't understand why. Hanbak had caused all this and still dared to come and mock him. Thus Hyunwoo nurtured a resolve for revenge, his tears falling and blending into the rain, making his heart feel heavy with helplessness. Suddenly, at this moment, news from the TV regarding the salaries of arena streamers reminded him again. Hyunwoo stood there frozen, thinking about it for a long time, and finally, he cast aside his pride and called Yangchan, his best friend, to ask for help. He was extremely worried, constantly asking about Hyunwoo's situation, and so he gathered all his courage to speak his mind. "I want to return to Arena." After Hyunwoo logged into the game, the management team couldn't help but be surprised. They were once again sent into a panic by the name Meligod. Even though the manager didn't care about that, the game administrator was a bit curious, so she wanted to see Hyunwoo's status information. Hearing that, and quickly reported all the information about his test. In just a split second, Hyunwoo had set a new record on the magical testing device. At this moment, Hyunwoo was extremely excited to continue testing. He had completely made up his mind to return as a gamer once again. Yangchan generously stood before his capsule and offered, "Here, you can use mine." Hyunwoo felt a bit guilty and turned to apologize. "Sorry, Yangchan," even though he had no right to say it, "but I promise to make it up to you later." Hearing that, his friend immediately slapped him on the shoulder, chiding, "What are you talking about? It's been so long since I last saw you." Yangchan squeezed his hand tightly, smiling as he reminded this bad friend, "I forbid you from cutting contact with me again." And so Hyunwoo successfully logged into the game. He tried swinging his sword once, then Hyunwoo seriously commanded, "And start it." She replied, sounding a bit flustered, "Level 10 test as you wish." As the game's light shone on his face once again, Hyunwoo sighed in relief. "Whew, it's been a long time since I last fought in Arena." Looking at the dark elf warrior in front of him, the space became quiet. He thought tensely, "So, this is my opponent? A dark elf warrior." At this moment, Hyunwoo closed his eyes and breathed out. "The first fight isn't too bad, but I shouldn't get too excited. Stabilize your breathing." And saw this and shouted in alarm, "Ah!" She panicked, reminding Hyunwoo, "The dark elf is attacking you." He lunged with a sharp blade, screaming aggressively, "Your mistake was daring to close your eyes in front of me, human!" Hyunwoo easily sidestepped and countered, "I don't think that was a mistake," and witnessed this scene and couldn't help but scream in panic. A level 1 character actually blocked an attack from a dark elf warrior. At this moment, his sword was still smoking. Hyunwoo let out a sigh of relief. "It's been so long since the days when I had to fight above my level. Thankfully, it's still fine." The reason he was able to reach the top rank of the server, Meligod, was because no one could compare to him in terms of controlling level distance. A series of dark elf warriors were defeated, helplessly crying out, "Humans!" In their hearts, they kept repeating, "I must be faster, stronger." Looking at him, they couldn't help but be furious. That disgusting human! His attacks were becoming increasingly fatal. Once back in the real world, Yang-chan sighed helplessly. "I get it now. So that's what happened. What are friends for? The days ahead will be much harder, so just come and stay with me." The favors, the desperation, and the hatred. At this moment, he had just delivered a finishing blow to the Dark Elf warrior. As he swung his sword, he vowed that he would repay all of those things. And to do that, "I will return to my golden age at a speed no one would dare to imagine." In the office, the game administrator, after observing all of this, suddenly stood up. She was flustered, breaking into a sweat, muttering to herself, "A newly created level 1 character just defeated a level 10 Dark Elf warrior. That really is unthinkable. In the end, a legend is still a legend, huh?" Meligo stood behind him, shouting congratulations as the trial came to an end. And so, Hyunwoo began his game. Del was the first to greet him. "Is your father a traveler passing through this place?" "I am Del, the village chief of Aslan." He handed Hyunwoo a box, unexpectedly introducing himself. "A pleasure to meet you, Kang Hyunwoo. This is the reward for the trial. Inside there is a ring. It contained the spirit of a titan. It could help the player grasp the legendary titan's willpower and boost certain stats." Overjoyed, Hyunwoo put it on and cheered. A rare item that surpasses 10 combat levels. Totally worth the effort. A truly smooth start. Just then, Yang-chan messaged to check in. "Finished the trial already?" Hyunwoo exclaimed in surprise. "Huh? Yang-chan?" Then he kept messaging. "I'll grab a carriage and meet you at the east gate. I'll be your driver, yeah?" Aslan stood behind them, waving goodbye with a smile. "Visit again!" Hyunwoo hesitated and refused. "I need to craft this item first. Next time, for sure." Curious, he asked back, "An item?" Hyunwoo then asserted, "Just you wait. I'll show you soon enough." Hearing that, Yang-chan felt somewhat relieved. He just started the game and he's already planning everything out? Right after that, Hyunwoo sent another message. "Hey, can I borrow 50 gold? Forgot I don't have a single coin." Confused, he repeated, "50 gold?" There was an item that all veteran players used, the experience potion. A common item that could increase experience gain by 20% for 4 hours. The experience potion. At the dirt cheap price of 3,000 gold, it was incredibly worth it. But the supplier suddenly disappeared, and that potion faded into oblivion. Or so people thought. Because I am the supplier. Hyunwoo smiled proudly. "I'm the only one left who knows the recipe for the experience potion. If I put this up for auction, I could set the price through the roof." But right after, he checked his inventory and felt a bit deflated. "Ugh, the materials just won't drop. No help there. Guess I have to go to the dungeon to farm them, huh?" The next thing made Hyunwoo even more annoyed. Someone blocked his path, telling him he couldn't enter. Junu rested his sword on his shoulder, arrogantly planting a sign that read, "Reserved Territory." The Black Castle Guild had taken it over. He claimed, "This dungeon belongs to the Black Castle Guild, and it's no place for some ignorant newbie from the starter village." Hyunwoo stood before him, gritting his teeth, thinking to himself, "This dungeon is the only place I can get the final material. Who the hell is this guy?" He spoke up calmly. "Best you step aside while I'm still feeling generous. Move over." Yet, the guy didn't know his place and raised his voice. "Hey, newbie, I'll let you off this once, so get lost right now." Hyunwoo, losing his patience, shoved Junu aside and shouted, "Out of my way! I'm in a hurry!" Immediately, the guy swung his sword at him. Junu said cockily, "Hey, newbie, didn't you hear me? Get lost!" Hyunwoo was shaking with rage. He slowly turned his head back, muttering, "Newbie, huh?" He grabbed the blade of his sword and spoke, "My life depends on this game. I don't want to waste a single second." Hyunwoo's eyes were filled with killing intent as he turned to challenge him. "Dare to bet a character deletion match against a newbie like me? You're not just a chicken that only knows how to crow, right?" To be clear, a character deletion bet meant the loser's character would be wiped out. Since no player could accept such a risk, it no longer existed. Hearing this, Junwoo became even more enraged, gritting his teeth. "I accept, you son of a... You'll be resetting your character soon. Newbie, you sure like to talk big." Inside, Hyunwoo thought. But from now on, character deletion matches are back. The system announced, player Kang Hyunwoo has initiated a duel. Rule, winner takes all, loser is deleted. Accept or decline. Immediately, Junwoo accepted. The system recorded, player Park Junwoo has accepted the duel. Match starting. He shouted, "There's no turning back now." The numbers began to count down. 5, 4. Hyunwoo raised his hand to summon his sword, declaring, "I'll finish you in 5 minutes. Go ahead and say goodbye to your character." This made Junwoo scream in anger. 3? What are you saying, you bastard? Shut up! The system continued the countdown. 3, 2. Hyunwoo taunted him again. "Don't panic, because you'll never have the chance to fight me a second time. Just consider this a lesson." Then the final count rang out. The system announced the match had begun. Junwoo glared at him silently and retorted, "I'll be watching to see how much longer you can keep barking." Immediately, Hyunwoo lunged straight at him. Junwoo acted dismissive. He said smugly, "With the agility stats of a chicken, you think you can catch me?" "Dream on!" Hyunwoo leaned to the side, blocking his opponent's sword strike just in time. He blocked it. Junwoo was shocked to his core. No way. My level is definitely higher than his. He possesses a unique item. He was stunned, thinking, now that I notice, a rookie like him is far too calm. Could it be? Junwoo shouted, "Berserker Smash!" Hyunwoo remained cool-headed, thinking, too predictable. Already scared, are we? He nimbly dodged and countered. This guy has too many openings. Hyunwoo fixed his cold, glowing red eyes on his opponent. The guy yelled in terror. "You coward!" A thought occurred to him. It's impossible to get rid of the feeling of pain. Hyunwoo confidently thought to himself, that just makes it easier for me. The system displayed a note. Titan's Strength. Activated. Power stats increasing for a limited time. With a powerful counterattack, I sent Junwoo reeling back. He roared, his face twisted in pure rage. "Damn it! I'm getting pushed back by some trash and cheap gear." His eyes trembled, betraying an unconcealable fear. Desperation clawed at Junwoo. "Who the hell is this guy?" I swung my arm forward with a sharp, cold tone. "Getting distracted during a fight? That's a bad habit, pal." "Fine, then I'll just finish you off right now." He gritted his teeth, determined to block this strike. Junwoo's eyes widened, his expression turning to one of sheer terror as he broke into a cold sweat. "Huh? My body." I slashed my sword horizontally across him, standing tall with a grim, calm look. If you can't feel pain, how are you supposed to know the state of your own body? A brilliant notification appeared. "Victory, you won the solo duel. You will receive the rewards based on the winner-takes-all contract." I raised my hands to the sky, feeling incredibly relieved. He actually had some decent items. Finally, I've got all the materials. Once the battle ended, I headed straight to the Aslan workshop, specifically the crafting chamber. You are currently using the auto-crafting tool to create an item. However, this cannot compensate for your personal skill. The crafting was complete, but I couldn't help but sigh with regret. It sucks that I can only use this once a month. But thank God I remembered the exact recipe. I cheered out loud. Growth elixir completed. The system provided all the item details. Rapid growth ancient elixir, a unique grade potion crafted using an ancient method. Effect, increases XP by 20% for 4 hours. I gripped the vial, voice trembling with excitement. Time to go make some money. And so, that day, on the arena's exclusive trading floor, the arena marketplace, a long-forgotten item appeared. A man gasped in shock. "What? An EXP potion is up for auction?" Everyone's eyes were glued to the auction. Since there was only one vial of the potion, people from every corner were jumping in to bid for it. Its value skyrocketed instantly. The result? The price of the elixir increased exponentially. Last month it capped at 3,000 gold, but now it's already at 5,000. I crossed my arms, voice deep in thought. 5,000 gold. After paying off Dad's medical bills and covering living expenses, I'll have about 2,000 left. 1 gold equals $1, so gaming is definitely thousands of times better than wasting my life on a part-time job. I calculated in my head. To become a streamer or a pro player, I need to level up and increase my combat power. First things first, leveling and getting top-tier gear. I thought carefully. If I don't want to waste this gold, I need to buy practical gear instead of flashy trash. A stream of stats for each piece of equipment flashed before me. Low-tier spirit bonding coat, red-stitched rat leather pants, and a steel sword? Dio asked, looking stunned. You've changed quite a bit since the last time I saw you. He tilted his head. Did you join some weird cult or something? I replied simply, hardly. A girl passing by chimed in, looking at me. She mocked, just look at that guy. Doesn't he look exactly like a walking traffic light? I felt annoyed. You idiots. Practicality is way more important than appearances, you know? Deo asked, sounding hesitant. Your face is turning the same color as those pants. Are you okay? I kept my composure, answering bluntly, just give me the quest already. A pack of vicious wolves emerged, bearing razor-sharp teeth with glowing red eyes. They snarled, threatening me. I stood in the middle, ready, sword resting on my shoulder, eyes locked on the pack. I leaped into the air, unleashing a powerful slash. I felt my stats shifting, my body feeling significantly lighter. I assessed internally. It really is true. You get what you pay for, I said, satisfied. A fashion disaster, but man, it's efficient. A system notification popped up. Quest complete. Defeated forest wolves, 15 tower 15. 15 wolf fangs. Time to head back and hand them over to Deo for the reward. I pumped myself up. Come on, Kang Hyunu. Your whole life depends on this game. This isn't just for fun anymore. Time is money. Next up, the Goblin Dungeon. My goal today is to reach level 10. Outside the dungeon, there were so many players. Everyone was gathered in all sorts of gear and weapons. I silently noted, just as I expected, the Goblin Dungeon is packed. A burly soldier in black armor walked over. Hey, we're currently recruiting a main damage dealer. Do you want to join? I introduced myself. I'm the main damage dealer. Can I join? He smiled and nodded. Of course. But then he hesitated. Wait, hold on. He backed out. It looks like you don't have any poison resistance gear. You should probably look for a beginner party. I mean, look at our party. We're pretty strong. I reacted sharply. A beginner party? I turned my back to leave, voice dripping with arrogance. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Even without poison resistance gear, I can dodge anything those goblins throw at me. A voice chimed in from behind. So you've had experience conquering the Goblin Dungeon then? Xiaomi asked timidly. This is our first time doing it, so we're looking for someone with experience. If it's not too much trouble, would you mind joining our party? She looked up at me, eyes full of hope. Would you? I accepted confidently. Sure, of course. I'll carry the team. We'll get through this. Somi shouted to her group. Hey everyone, I found our last member. I scanned everyone with a cold expression. They were still keeping their guard up, not trusting me at all. Xiaomi smiled brightly. Why don't we introduce ourselves? I'm Choi Xiaomi, a level 20 cleric. I introduced myself. I'm Hugh Nu, a level 20 warrior. I smiled, thinking to myself, the best feature of the arena is that it hides player info. The other three in Xiaomi's party stepped up. Starting with me, said Choi Jinwoo, level 20 warrior. Then, level 22 archer. Next, Park Jong-min. And finally, the girl spoke up. I'm Dia, level 23 mage. Jinwoo looked at me suspiciously. But you don't have any poison resistance gear. Are you sure this is okay? I replied firmly. I trust my skills. Xiaomi interrupted. Hey, Jinwoo, why are you being so rude to our new member? Don't you trust me? Yu calmly replied. Well, I don't believe it either. I'm not looking to die because of your carelessness. She snapped back. Then just go die. He quickly softened his tone. We'll be able to test his skills soon enough. Let's just head in. Inside the cave, two gray-skinned goblins with glowing red eyes and razor-sharp teeth were baring them menacingly. They were waiting, ready to pounce the moment anyone appeared. Jinnu warned his teammates, "Get ready, this is our first time raiding a dungeon." One goblin blew hard into a long pipe, sending a poison-tipped dart flying. Jinnu screamed urgently, "Tanker, support!" Dia stepped forward, her voice decisive. "I'm on it!" Cheon-min drew his bow and shouted, "Dual shot!" Dia was right there with him, launching a magical arrow. Hyunwoo silently mused. Even if they act worried, this team actually has pretty good chemistry. They're surprisingly in sync. He felt a bit confused inside. Why did they even go out of their way to recruit me? Whatever. As long as I keep leveling up, who cares? The creatures were defeated, lying motionless on the ground as their bodies faded into blue cubes. Jinnu let out a sigh of relief, his face drenched in sweat. "We've been in here for an hour, right?" Dia looked at him admiringly. "Hyunwoo, I have to admit, you're actually pretty good." Cheonu nodded in agreement. "Yeah, seriously. Your sword strikes were so fluid. Are you using some kind of legendary gear?" Hyunwoo stated firmly. "I told you, that's just my own skill." Sumi sat down, exhausted. "Appa, let's take a break." Jinnu followed up. "All right, let's recover some stamina. We still have to face the hobgoblin later." Hyunwoo asked, curious. "A hobgoblin? A hobgoblin? Has nobody here ever taken down a boss before?" Jinnu replied thoughtfully. "Only me." He stood to the side, thinking silently. "Well, for a level 20 party, a hobgoblin is a tough nut to crack. It's been a while since I've fought one." Jinnu carefully gave orders to each member. "Sumi, focus on timing your buffs. Be careful, don't waste your mana." He added sternly, "And Cheon-min, if you hit a teammate with an arrow again, I'm going to kill you." He spoke up to defend himself. "I told you, I won't make that mistake again." Hyunwoo felt suspicious of his teammates' abilities. "Wait, does this mean if they get sloppy, I'm going to get an arrow in the back?" Jeonmin touched his hand to the floor, sensing every tiny movement. He announced, "They're right here." Jeonmin confirmed the target. A hobgoblin nest. Jinnu started assigning tasks. "Tanker, take care of the minions. In the meantime, Hyunwoo and I will stall the boss. Sumi, don't forget the buffs." She responded with a confirmation. "Understood." Jinnu gripped the sharp mace in his hand, brimming with determination. "All right then, time to take down the final boss." A system notification popped up. "You have received the Nun's Blessing. Strength and agility stats increased." The hobgoblin let out a piercing screech. It ordered the minions to attack. Hyunwoo and Jinnu coordinated smoothly, covering each other during the assault. While struggling against them, he suddenly heard a faint muttering. The baby goblin was chanting a magic spell. Its hand glowed purple as a surge of dark energy gathered. He yelled to warn Jinnu, "Dodge!" He raised his shield, but the impact pushed him back. He struggled to withstand the force of the attack. Sumi screamed in worry. "Appa!" Jeonmin shouted desperately. "Hyung!" Hyunwoo felt incredibly uneasy. The mutated hobgoblin can use magic? Did it just regenerate? He was extremely tense now. If it fires off another dark orb, we're in big trouble. I have to take it down before it can attack again. Hyunwoo called for support. "Tanker, cover me." He urged them on. "What are you two doing? Provide support." Both of them stuttered. Yeah." Hyunwoo muttered to himself. Why are they just standing there? Where did that teamwork go? The hobgoblin opened its mouth, continuing to chant its evil spell. His eyes widened in horror. It's casting a dark orb. Sensing danger from behind, he glanced back. An arrow whistled right past his blade, burying itself into the creature's right eye, making it howl in agony. Hyunwoo thought bitterly, if they're going to be this useless at the crucial moment, just forget it. Jeonmin quickly apologized. He felt furious. Was it trying to kill me or what? Hyunwoo steeled himself. Whatever, prioritizing taking this thing down first. Besides, he thought confidently, a common hobgoblin can't take me down. Hyunwoo shouted for help again. Tanker, support! He continued in a serious tone. What are you doing? Attack! The two, startled, followed orders. Yes. Dia quickly launched an attack, piercing the hobgoblin's chest and leaving a scorched hole. A system window appeared. Boss defeated. You have dealt the killing blow to the dungeon boss. Dia cheered happily. We did it. We took down the hobgoblin. Cheon-min corrected her. Not we. It was just Hyunu. Sumi smiled, her voice filled with admiration. Appa, you're so cool. He just felt helpless. These damn kids. Cheon-min approached him, looking a bit shy. About that mistake earlier. Well, it was just a tiny slip-up, right? A group member asked. What about this loot? Another replied. Doesn't it all belong to Hyunu? The items appeared before their eyes. A random pet egg, 500 silver, and a dark magic book. Hyunu watched them suspiciously. They act friendly on the surface, but all these guys... What if they're planning to stab me in the back? Sumi asked, confused. Hyunu, what about you? He decided internally. Just take one and get out of here. Hyunu made his choice. I only need this egg. Keep the magic book. It's useless to me anyway. Sumi tilted her head. Are you sure? He waved goodbye. Yeah, I still have things to do, so I'll get going first. Jeonmin said excitedly. Let's hunt together again next time. Sumi called out after him. Can I get your Facebook? Hyunu laughed loudly. Let's catch up next time. He turned and left the dungeon. Honestly, who knows? Who might end up stabbing me in the back? I can't lower my guard. Hyunu walked silently through the sparse streets. He looked at his status board, satisfied. Anyway, I hit level 10, he exclaimed with full contentment. Finally, Hyunwoo looked up at the towering spire before him. He was finally ready to advance his class. This was the Job Advancement Tower, or simply the Advancement Tower. Hyunwoo explained that every floor corresponded to a specific job class for players. It was basically a one-stop shop for everything you'd need. For any player reaching level 10, this tower was absolutely vital. In his hand, he held a random pet egg. Inside, there was some type of creature waiting to hatch. It could be a massive dragon, or it could just be some worthless mutt. He mused. Once infused with magic, the egg will hatch in 1 hour. It'll take an hour until this egg hatches, Hyunwoo decided. All right, I might as well go get a new job in the meantime. Khan crossed his arms over his chest and asked, So, you want to become a warrior? Hyunwoo stated frankly. That's right. That's exactly why I'm here. He thought to himself that it was only after the second advancement that the new class would truly start to matter. Khan laughed heartily and said, Smart choice, kid. I like that. Khan then added seriously, Unlike those idiots who just mess around on the lower floors, I'm going to personally decide whether or not you have the qualifications to become a warrior. Through a duel. Hyunwoo felt a thrill. Game on. Khan picked up a sword and gestured. Let's start, shall we? Khan said confidently. You attack first. He maintained a calm composure. Let's go. Hyunwoo took the sword, a smirk forming on his face. All right, I won't hold back. He lunged forward to attack first. Khan easily blocked the powerful blow. Khan was inwardly stunned, thinking, his sword style is so fierce. The way he uses the blade is incredibly skilled. Khan marveled, noting that his ability was completely different from the other adventurers. He's more than capable of being a warrior. Two blades collided. The impact created a violent, resounding boom as energy rippled out around them. The two locked eyes, and a sharp, intense killing intent radiated from Khan's blade. He vigilantly thought to himself, still, though, he's just an adventurer without an official class yet. Khan suddenly launched a critical strike, raising his sword high with both hands, preparing to deliver the final blow. Too lacking in technique. Defeating me is impossible. Hyunwoo slammed his hand onto the stone floor, hoisted one leg up, and aimed a kick at Khan's sword-wielding arm. Hyunwoo utilized his speed. He executed a counterattack so lightning fast that his opponent couldn't even react. Khan stared, stunned, watching him. He stopped my sword? With a kick? Hyunwoo smiled and remarked, Wow, that was just a test move, and it worked pretty well. Khan was dazed, thinking, he even had the spare time to figure out a counter while dodging, and he doesn't follow traditional sword techniques at all, yet he's so fluid. He suspiciously wondered, is this what they call innate talent? Khan announced, Stop. That's enough. You more than qualify to become a warrior. Hyunwoo felt a bit disappointed inside. He was just warming up. Khan solemnly declared, "Your skills are truly otherworldly. I, Khan, acknowledge you. You have officially become a warrior." The system updated. Advancement successful. You are now a warrior. Attack and physique stats increased by 10. Received the title, Warrior Acknowledged by Khan. Received a new skill. Khan looked satisfied. Not bad. You even got a title. That was worth the effort, wasn't it? As he said that, he threw an object at him. If it's you, you can definitely do it. Take this. The system notified him of a new quest. Khan instructed, once you feel confident in your own strength, go find the owner of that coin. The quest objective appeared. Meet the Knight of Kion. You were recommended by the job manager, Khan. If you are confident in your strength, seek out the Knight of Kion, LeBron, rank E. Meet the Knight of Kion. Reward, LeBron's skill. In his mind, he suddenly remembered LeBron, the leader of a legion in the arena, and the Empire's mightiest knight. Hyunwoo felt excited. The reward is the skill of the Empire's strongest knight? Nice. Khan was still skeptical, wondering if recommending this guy was the right move. He said urgently, "Time is money, so I'll be off. See ya." Hyunwoo left, feeling refreshed. This is insane. I actually got this quest. Was it because I met some special condition? He was incredibly expectant. However, since it was an E-rank quest, he had to reach level 50 before he could complete it. The system reminded Hyunwoo, pet egg hatching soon. Time remaining, 1 minute, 5 seconds. He suddenly remembered, oh right, the egg. Hyunwoo smiled radiantly, saying excitedly, I'm so lucky today. Who knows, maybe it'll hatch into a unique pet. He watched curiously, even though the probability of getting a dragon was incredibly low. The interface showed the egg beginning to hatch. Hyunwoo shouted in anticipation, Here it comes! A creature appeared. Wrong, it said. The answer is a cute bear. Seeing he didn't say anything, it spoke up. It seems you're speechless at my sheer beauty. Hyunwoo leaned over, surprised, and asked, A pet that can talk? It replied nonchalantly, You didn't know? Hyunwoo was filled with ambition. A pet? That can talk? I've only heard rumors, never seen one in person. He thought, so my pet is either unique or extremely rare. Can I make money putting it on stage? Either way, this is going to be a goldmine. Tanji sat on his shoulder and commanded, From now on, I grant you the honor of serving me. Let's go, human. It urged him impatiently. Hey, human, what are you doing? Move it, Hyunwoo said, feeling annoyed. What's with this attitude? But one thing's for sure. Hyunwoo couldn't hold it back anymore. You insolent pet, coming out of an egg and talking back to me? Tanji suddenly blurted out, Huh? Hyunwoo angrily threw it to the ground. You need to be taught some manners. Time passed. Who knows how long? Tanji cried out aggrievedly. How dare you abuse the successor to Burn Island, you monster? But I guess you're qualified enough to be my servant, human. Hyunwoo snapped at him. Look at you, all scrawny and talking trash. Shut your mouth, you insolent pet. Tanji clutched its head and sighed, stuck with such a short-tempered master. Hyunwoo silently noted, Its abilities aren't half bad, though. The screen displayed the pet status window, level 5, stuffed bear. Title, successor to Burn Island. He stared at the screen and declared loudly, I'll call you Tanji. Hyunwoo silently explains the acronym for Tangi. You excitedly cry out, Tangi? What a cool name. I love it, master. You damn fool, let's burn down a wooden house and celebrate. Hyunwoo nonchalantly says, sorry, I was planning to log out. Tangi chimes in, complaining, I've only been born for a few minutes, you jerk. You complain grumpily. You lousy master, how cruel. Hyunwoo takes off his headset and logs out of the game. He lets out a sigh. I've been in here all day. Yangchan walks in from the door and asks, Finished? What did you manage to get today? He answers satisfyingly, Not bad. Got a class and a bratty pet. He looks slightly surprised. You got a class already? Then we'd better get you started, right? Hyunwoo blankly replies, Huh? He patiently explains, What do you mean, huh? You're debuting as a streamer, remember? He stares at Yangchan. A streamer? Hyunwoo sits there, deep in thought. A streamer? I heard that pays pretty well lately. Young-chan reminds him. But there's one thing you need to do. He asks curiously. What is it? He smiles and makes a request. Record every time you play. I'll use those clips for promotion. We'll post them on Google Arena. Hyunwoo gives a wry smile, looking a bit confused. Arena? That's easier said than done. Yang-chan says confidently. Don't worry about it. I'll be your manager. He says firmly. If people find out that a former top-ranked player is starting to stream, they'll definitely flock to watch. Hyunwoo chuckles, questioning him. Why do you seem more excited than I am? He punches his chest proudly. How could I not be? It's the grand debut of Maligo after all. Hyunwoo gives in. All right, I won't let you down. The scenery of the forest appears with towering trees. Light streams through the leaves, creating shimmering rays of sunshine. Mystical Black Mountain Forest. 3 dark elf warriors with pale purple skin and pointed ears appear, looking fierce with glowing eyes, ready to attack. Hyunwoo equips his gear and smiles confidently. Tengi, this is our first hunt. I'm counting on you. You reply with a determined look. Of course, you blockhead master. He swings his sword, excited. Let's level up like crazy today. Tengi jumps up, cheering enthusiastically. Go for it, blockhead master. I'll be rooting for you. Hyunwoo shouts. Rooting? Rooting your head. Skill info appears. Spirit of the Bear, rare. Proficiency, F. Tengi raises his hand, looking proud. Go, destroy the enemy. Another skill text appears. Blessing of the Old Forest, rare. Proficiency, F. Hyunwoo is shocked, jaw dropping. Huh? You're a support pet, not a defense one? He rushes forward and roars. You human, you dare to let your guard down right in front of us? He nimbly dodges. He retorts. Oh, so I let my guard down? I like it that way, so what? Hyunwoo thinks happily. Tengi, that little rascal. I didn't check him carefully yesterday. Who knew he could boost my physical attack and defense stats? And he constantly provides buffs too. He's even more useful than support players at my level. He feels excited inside. I'm really starting to like this little guy. Jen pops his head out from behind a tree, smiling sinisterly, his eyes showing clear interest. He asks his teammates, how about we make him our target for today? Jen rambles on. Wind Spirit armor, those red chain pants. He's definitely loaded. What do you think about a new squad? Ka agrees. Sounds like a plan for today. Crawford replies in a friendly tone. You guys are great actors, so we'll ambush him when we get the chance, right? Basin speaks up, worried. What if he's just a secondary character? She hesitates and adds, he looks quite skilled in combat, though. Jen crosses his arms, smiling with contempt. Who cares if he's a secondary character or not? Anyone wandering around this forest, Basin, is only around level 20. It'll take forever for him to beat a mid-level 40 team like us. He continues with arrogance. If we gank him together, he's done for. Ka nods in agreement. True. It's not like it's our first time doing this. Crawford encourages her. You're worrying too much. Basin stammers. Sorry. He smirks, signaling his team. So he's today's target. Deal. Let's go loot all his gear, shall we? Hyunwoo gently wipes sweat from his forehead after a tense battle with the 3 dark elf warriors. He feels slightly disappointed and laments. I recorded it, but hunting dark elves isn't as thrilling as I thought. Tengi says, satisfied. Blockhead master, you're not half bad, huh? Hyunwoo grabs Tengi and shouts, I didn't feed you just so you could hide behind me and cheer. And it's not blockhead master, just master. You pout and argue, I buffed you, didn't I, blockhead master? He gets annoyed and emphasizes, just sitting there buffing and the battle's over? Huh? Your physical stats aren't very high anyway, but you should at least show your face to distract the enemy. Jen and his team step out to greet him. Hunting alone? If so, would you like to join our party? Hyunwoo looks at the group of strangers in surprise. A party? He thinks. That's surreal. Jen walks closer, speaking in a friendly tone. Lucky to run into a player in the Black Mountain Forest. He assesses them. 2 warriors, 1 archer and 1 healer. The lineup is decent, isn't it? Why would they want to recruit me even though I'm not a mage? Hyunwoo is cautious, deducing, Plus, even though the gear they're wearing is around level 20, that sword requires at least level 40. They're hiding. They're levels and approaching me. That means they're peekers. He suddenly thinks, wait, if they're really peekers, then this is like a blind cat finding a dead rat. Oh, you guys really want me to join? Thanks, Jen says excitedly. So you agree to join us, right? He thinks arrogantly. Caught a newbie. He introduces each member. I'm Jen, the back line. These are Kay and Crawford, the front line. And that nun over there is Basin. Hyunwoo gives his own name. I'm Young-chan. Looking forward to working with you all. He smiles meaningfully. Since they seem weak, I'll let them know my real name. You poke your head over his shoulder and shout, I'm Tangi. The quiet forest scenery. Sunlight streams through the leaves. The peaceful atmosphere prepares for the upcoming battle. Hyunwoo shouts while landing a critical hit. The two dark elf warriors look fierce. They shout in warning, Enemy attack! Ka stands in front of Yang-chan, large blade in hand, ready to respond. Hyunwoo stands behind, suddenly charging forward to strike. After that attack, he used Ka as a human shield, his face twisted as he roared in anger. You spineless human! Hyunwoo crouched behind him, smirking to himself. These guys are actually strong. It's like having a free bodyguard. My level and experience are shooting up. This party is great. An hour passed. Kay shouted in frustration. What the hell is this guy? He just attacks and then hides behind me. Are we not just being used? He muttered resentfully. Every time I accidentally try to attack him, he just happens to dodge it. It's driving me crazy. Jen quickly calmed him down. Stay cool. We aren't here just to hunt monsters. Ka looked around, sounding impatient. How much longer do I have to wait? Crawford replied calmly. Well, following the plan is good, but dragging it out isn't ideal. Jen spoke up firmly. I was planning to wrap it up soon anyway. He laid out the plan. While we're fighting the elf chieftain, just kill him and pretend it was an accident. We'll pass it off as chaos and a mistake. Crawford agreed, praising him. Good plan, Jenny. Hearing Tangi repeat what he had overheard, Hyunwoo looked surprised. They said they're going to ambush me while fighting the boss. He confirmed. That's right, you idiot master. He added, then they're definitely peekers. Hyunwoo's voice turned cold. Thanks to them, I've leveled up quite a bit and hit my quota. In that case, I'll backstab them before they can ambush me. He continued with a hint of excitement. The title, Peeker Gets a Taste of His Own Medicine, sounds pretty catchy, doesn't it? Ayan-chan would probably love it. Hyunwoo made up his mind. I'll make you pay for trying to backstab me. 1,000, 10,000 times over. Tangi shivered and squeaked. Master, you're so evil. Jen and his team walked over. He said earnestly, Yan-chan, sorry for making you wait so long. Hyunwoo stood with his hands on his hips, calmly replying, It's fine. Jen offered a friendly suggestion. We're going to hunt the boss now. Do you want to join us? He asked in surprise. Boss hunt? Hyunwoo sounded timid. Will I be of any use? I might just end up being a burden to you all. Jen replied brightly. A burden? Not at all. Your attack power is really strong. He felt uneasy inside. Are you kidding me? You're still trying to bail at a time like this? He lowered his voice to invite him. Without you, we wouldn't have made it this far. So let's hunt the boss together, okay? Hyunwoo feigned being caught in a trap. If you guys are so insistent, then I should be courteous too, right? He suggested excitedly. Let's keep the same formation as before, yeah? Jen agreed. Of course. Hyunwoo grinned widely. I'll show you guys how to carry a team. Ka felt annoyed inside. You arrogant bastard. Just wait. I'll send you packing soon. Everyone rushed into the battle. The elf chieftain's face turned furious, his eyes glowing purple as he unleashed a powerful slash with his great sword aimed at Ka and Crawford. He swung his leg, delivering a kick at blinding speed. Crawford took the kick head on. The force was so strong that he was sent flying back. The chieftain mocked him. Already falling apart, human warrior? The dark elf chieftain said coldly. If you intend to test yourself in the Black Mountain Forest, then bravery is the bare minimum for a warrior. It seems you're not truly ready yet. Ka felt tense, knowing it was because he was using low-level gear. But still, level 40 in this chieftain is this hard to deal with. Crawford wondered. When is he going to give the signal? Jen speculated. He's definitely planning to train his skills, even while hunting the boss. He proceeded with the plan. I'll fire a paralyzing arrow, and at the same time, I buff everyone. Then we'll shift all attacks onto him. Crawford replied. Got it. Kay asked. Is it really necessary to end him so quickly? He laughed wickedly, sticking his tongue out. Let me toy with that arrogant dog after he's paralyzed. Jen remarked. Ka, you really are a pervert. Hyunwoo spoke up with a satisfied tone. Nice. Cooldowns are reset. Jen, behind him, signaled his team. Let's begin. Basin acknowledged. Ka shouted heroically. Blessing. He muttered to himself. It's finally starting, Genturo. He drew his bow to fire, not knowing Tangy was hanging onto his leg. Tangy climbed up and brought his face right up to the guys, suddenly scaring him with a shout. Jen jumped in surprise, his hands shaking, causing the arrow to release. It flew out of control. Ka seized the opportunity. He's caught off guard. Now how should I make him suffer? Unfortunately, the arrow Jen fired ended up stuck in Ka, not Hyunwoo. Crawford exclaimed in panic. Ka! Jen scratched his head sheepishly. Sorry, this annoying yellow bear distracted me. You said, dissatisfied. It's not a yellow bear, it's Tang-yi. You looked apologetic. Sorry about that. Tang-yi is a bit mischievous. Ka wheezed in pain. I'll kill you, Crawford asked anxiously. What's going on? Jen shouted. Crawford, behind you! The dark elf chieftain sneered, saying coldly, Letting your guard down isn't a privilege for weaklings. Hyunwoo shouted, Let go of Crawford! Ka screamed for help. Eun-chan, why? The dark elf chieftain looked confused. Hyunwoo? He didn't attack him at all. Instead, his sword was pointed straight at Crawford. He declared coldly, Ultimate skill, backstab. Jen, terrified, yelled, What are you doing? Hyunwoo spoke with sarcasm. What do you mean, what? The hunter should be prepared to become the hunted, don't you think? He tried to deny it. We didn't. Tangy stood by, reenacting the scene. While fighting the elf chieftain, just kill him and pretend it was an accident. We'll pass it off as chaos and a mistake. Jen stammered in horror. How did you know? He gritted his teeth, aiming at Hyunwoo. Damn it! You spoke with contempt. Just firing a rapid arrow, huh? Too predictable. The dark elf chieftain watched from afar. Hyunwoo. Ka struggled to get up, cursing. Damn it! If I could stand up, I would have finished you long ago, you dog. He watched him unleash a finishing blow. You shouldn't be so talkative when you're losing. Hyunwoo focused on the counterattack. He shifted his body, delivering a decisive strike to both opponents at once. He remarked, That human is actually pretty interesting. After a brief fight, he completely took down the group. Hyunwoo said dismissively, Let's see if the recording is okay. These guys only have higher levels than me. They're nothing but noobs. Can't stand it. If the opponents are too weak, the viewers won't find it very fun. He gives a wry smile, thinking to himself, Well, that performance was convincing enough. The video is pretty entertaining too. Now that the act is over, it would be awesome to find a worthy opponent to really show off my skills. The Dark Elf Chieftain has been sitting there waiting for you, you know. Are you done yet, you human? He seems to be enjoying himself. It's only fun if the opponent is strong, right? Hyunwoo says provocatively. Let's make the video title, Level 20 Player Slaughtering the Dark Elf Chieftain. They charge at each other with intense ferocity, no holding back. Back to the real world. Yang Chan turns around and asks this lucky guy, How on earth did you deal with that whole mob? Hyunwoo replies frankly, Between the Peeker's gear and the boss kill rewards, I've hit the jackpot today. He adds, Because of the PK penalty, they dropped a ton of loot. This video is going to be a huge hit. Plus, I made some extra. If we get a top-tier editor, we can finally get this plan moving. Hyunwoo realizes, Oh, you mean for streaming? He answers simply, Exactly. The other person speaks up. Wait, this involves me. Why don't I have the address? Yang Chan replies calmly. When the time comes, you'll know. A new sheet of paper prints out in the tray. Words appear on the paper. Plan to make Kong Hyunwoo a star. Progress, 1%. Yang Chan shakes his head and sighs. There isn't a single decent editor out there. He looks through the applicant profiles. This one's skills are shaky and this one. Can't even be reached. Maybe I should just raise the salary a bit? Yang-chan nods in agreement. Hyunwoo's footage is great. All that's left is to find a pro editor. He shouts in delight, "Aha! This is it!" This is the one. I found the editor. Applicant info. Ellis Movie. Specialization. Arena video editing. Achievements. Most trending video on Arena World this month. Arena Creator of the Year. Yang-chan clicks the mouse quickly. Even though the salary requirement is a bit steep, this person is a perfect fit. The silhouette of a girl with a ponytail appears. Ellis, a famous anonymous video editor among content creators. Arena. This person pays meticulous attention to every single frame and selects background music with extreme care. Their color grading style is incredibly captivating, which is exactly why Ella is nicknamed the Master of Editing by the Arena Creator community. That's what they call her. Meanwhile, Ellis is staring at her screen, muttering curses. "This is complete garbage. This one too? How are you this bad at PKing? You're only strong because you're a pay-to-win player. You useless loser." She clicks her tongue in disgust. "You play like trash and you want me to edit your video? Delete it. Delete it all." Ellis suddenly freezes as she scrolls past a name. She gasps. "Yang-chan? The guy Michael introduced me to?" Curious, Elise opens the attached video. Her eyes widen as she stares at the screen, sweat beading on her temples. She stammers. "This is..." Ellis realizes the identity. He's the one who uploaded the Melagod video. This PK hunting story is absolutely perfect. Not to mention the fight with the Dark Elf Chieftain was magnificent. She can't hide her extreme excitement. "I'm dying to edit this video." The highly sought-after editor, Alice Movies, declares, "From now on, he is officially my idol. I will guide you to all the glory Arena has to offer." Hyunwoo jumps, breaking into a cold sweat as a chill runs down his spine. Tengi asks with concern, "What's wrong, you clumsy master?" He looks around warily. "I suddenly got the chills. Could there be an enemy hiding nearby?" Hyunwoo shrugs it off. "Hey, forget it." Tengi, perched on his shoulder, asks curiously, "What is it, you clumsy master?" He replies calmly, "Because of the death penalty, the peakers dropped this. Item info, random rare skill book. Effect, upon use, grants one random rare skill. He cherishes the book in his hands. Selling this would probably make a ton of money. But if I use it, maybe I'll get lucky and find something cool." Hyunwoo turns to ask a hypothetical question. "Hey, Tengi, suppose I have a piece of uncultivated land. And I'm not sure what that land will be like. Do you think I should farm it? Or just sell it off?" She asks naively. "Why would you buy that land in the first place?" He hesitates. "Well, maybe to grow crops." Tengi asks curiously. "Then why are you thinking of selling the land? Are you short on cash?" Hyunwoo waves his hand, denying it immediately. That's not it. He remembers the pile of loot he just liquidated. "I already sold all that gear from the PKers, so I don't really need to sell this." Hyunwoo decides, opening the book with both hands. "Whatever, it's not like I bought it myself anyway. Trying it once won't hurt." Notification. Result. You have used the random rare skill book. You have acquired a new skill. Description below. Blood debt, paid in blood. Blood debt, paid in blood. A high-intensity skill. Type, rare passive. Proficiency, F. Effect, negates 10% of the opponent's defense. Hyunwoo exclaims in surprise. 10%? Jackpot? Good thing I used it. Tengi, you're my good luck charm. Tengi screams in despair. "Put me down already, you clumsy master." Just a few days later, Hyunwoo's video was uploaded to Arena World. Title, PK and the Result. Views and discussions increased non-stop. This video received an explosive response, especially the feedback from people who were PK'd when they were still newbies. Yang-chan leans close to the laptop screen. "Nice. It's already got over 150,000 views." He says happily, "I knew it. Alice Movies editing is beyond reproach. She charged less than usual. She must really like Hyunwoo. I should post this on my channel too, right?" The office building is still lit up. Kale leans back in his chair, chin resting on his hand. A video of them hunting the peakers? Scamming the scammers. What an interesting idea. Office of Nye Company, sales manager Kale. He exclaims in surprise. "Still going? The Dark Elf chieftain is throwing punches, lunging to attack. Hyunwoo spins and delivers a kick aimed straight at his stomach. The Dark Elf chieftain roars, a sound that shakes the ground, revealing sharp fangs. He launches a barrage of attacks. Hyunwoo is confident in his speed. Dodging every single blow, Kale remarks. A player at this level easily slaughtering the Dark Elf chieftain thanks to such skilled technique? He tilts his head. With a confident tone, he declared that he had been wasting his time on those subpar candidates all along. This person clearly had the makings of a star. Kale decisively blurted out that he had to get him to sign a contract with the agency, no matter what. Agon, I need to get in touch with him immediately. Under the clear blue sky, the scorching sun pierced through the trees of the northern Black Mountain forest. An orc roared in agony as a slash severed one of its arms. The rest of the pack shrieked aggressively. Hyunwoo gave an order and Tanji jumped up, face twisted, replying, "Yes, yes, you block-headed master." He smirked to himself. I'm leveling up much faster than before. Back when I was a newbie, I lacked both knowledge and equipment. But this time, everything is much easier. Hyunwoo rushed in to attack them, but he was 2 years too late. I need to get stronger, fast. The screen clearly displayed his stats. Kang Hyunwoo, level 24, warrior. Title, warrior recognized by Khan. He stood with his hands on his hips, confidently declaring, "Now I can take on the whole Orc Prairie." Tanji bragged, "Looks like I've gotten stronger too. Block-headed master. Stats have been updated." Pet status board. Tanji, level 15, stuffed bear. Title, successor of Buzzing Island. Level, friendly. 15. Hyunwoo felt satisfied. You're already level 15? Each type of pet has a different stat growth rate upon leveling up. Common is 3 to 5, rare is 6 to 7, while unique is 8 to 10. This stat growth meant that Tanji was definitely a unique grade pet. He calculated silently in his head. It offers great support, and later on, its defense should be decent too. Tanji sat on Hyunwoo's shoulder, whining pettishly. "Block-headed master, I'm tired. Carry me." He frowned, annoyed, thinking to himself that he really needed to straighten out this bratty attitude. Hyunwoo looked down and gave a stern order. "Make sure you search carefully. Don't miss anything. Got it?" The pet muttered, "You stingy block-headed master." He spotted something on the ground and gasped. "Huh? What's this?" Hyunwoo picked it up, curious. "A necklace? Why would an item like this be dropped here? I've never seen this before." A quest notification popped up. New quest received. Successor of the Prairie Beastkin tribe. Hyunwoo was slightly confused. A quest? Successor of the Prairie Beastkin tribe? The quest details were clearly laid out. You have received the bone necklace of Cancun, the future chieftain of the Prairie Beastkin tribe. Take this necklace to Raccoon. The current chieftain? Hyunwoo asked quietly. A delivery quest. What does it mean to be recognized by the final boss? Tanji craned its neck to look. Hey, block-headed master, I want to see too. Hyunwoo calmly assessed the situation. The boss, Datacan, is going to be tough, but as for Chieftain Ra, Kun is probably just an NPC. He frowned, evaluating it. A hidden quest, that's pretty cool. Hyunwoo analyzed it seriously. Since it's a D+ rank quest, I need to be at least level 30 to pull it off. So, 4 more levels to go, huh? He declared with determination. All right, let's do this. Hyunwoo sprinted through the forest, shouting resolutely, Time to grind! Let's go hunting! Hey, hey! The pet wailed, complaining. Take a break, you demonic master! He grumbled irritably. So slow, so damn slow, goddammit! Hyunwoo pulled at his hair. It's taking forever to level up. Is hunting alone really this limited? Good grief! Tanji pointed at him, sulking and accusing. What do you mean, alone? Huh? I'm supporting you from behind. My ears are tired from all this grumbling. You block-headed master! He ignored the pet. Hunting in a party would level me up much faster, but that's only if I can find reliable teammates, Tanji grumbled. Are you deaf, you block-headed master? He raised his head, tilting it slightly toward the sound. Hyunwoo turned, guessing. That sounds like an explosion. Is it magic? A hand reached high into the air, casting a spell. An attack struck the orc's muscular arm, a magic bolt. The creature stared, teeth grinding as a groan of pain escaped it. He followed up with a second move. Fireball! After the final blow, it collapsed completely, sprawling on the ground. He sighed exhaustedly. That's the 10th one. This person was the mage, Mason. Mason panted, flopping onto the ground from sheer exhaustion. Mana is bottoming out, just like my blood pressure. Potions are almost gone too. Guess I'll call it a day. He looked down at the ground, slightly worried. Hunting alone as a mage is really restrictive, huh? A voice rang out from behind. Ah, who's there? Mason reacted instantly. A monster? I didn't even get a second to rest, he shouted, launching a magic bolt. Mason was stunned deep down. Oh my god, it's a person! One of Hyunwoo's shoulders was singed. I'm so sorry. He tilted his head, his face showing annoyance. Almost died there. Mason was inwardly shocked by Hyunwoo's ability. He dodged my magic bolt from that distance? He shook his head to clear the misunderstanding. Don't worry, it's my fault for showing up so suddenly. I'm Hyunwoo. He introduced himself shyly. I'm Mason. He became guarded. What do you want from me? Mason was suspicious. Who is this guy? His clothes are so weird, and he's carrying a suspicious stuffed bear. He silently assessed his strength and speed. His magic casting is up to standard. Deal. Hyunwoo made an offer. Looks like you're hunting alone too. Want to form a party to grind? Mason asked skeptically. A party proposal? He confidently asserted. I'm very strong. The mage analyzed his opponent's power. I've never heard of anyone named with such a weird appearance. Besides, someone who can dodge my magic bolt isn't just some nobody. Mason thought, weighing the benefits. Hunting alone is pretty tough, so this might be my lucky break. He happily accepted. All right then, let's form a party. The two shook hands and spoke in unison. Let's cooperate. In the misty pine forest, somewhere in the Black Mountain Forest, an orc with glowing red eyes and fangs roared in anger. A decisive slash swung down, cutting its body in two. Sun had just delivered the blow and said coldly, How annoying. The man behind him spoke up. Sun, since we're already attacking, just enjoy it, he muttered, looking displeased. It's clearly a pain. The man waited for a reply. Well, it's the guild leader's orders after all. The man in armor was Gilthak. Loganson smiled, turning back to ask his teammate behind him. Hyunwoo, how do you find this trip? Is it safe? The man with orange hair was Gilthak Logan. He expressed his joy. Of course. Seniors, this is my first time getting boosted like this, he recounted with a regretful tone. I'm Park Junu, a member of the prestigious White Castle Guild. My account was deleted due to a mishap, but my superiors have valued my contributions to the guild, so they ordered me to start a new account and sent 2 seniors to protect me until I'm back to my old level. Junu continued his story. The reason I ended up in this situation is because some coward trespassed on our territory and cheated to win a character deletion bet against me. Junu thought silently. I'll find you and make you feel the wrath of our guild. We, with the help of the seniors. Mason changed the subject, looking around the forest. We haven't seen a single orc today. Are other teams hunting here too? Sun spoke up. The target today was to get you to level 25, but at this rate, it's impossible. It's annoying. He muttered under his heavy armor. To have the area cleared out like this, it can't just be 1 or 2 teams. Junu shouted to everyone. Seniors, over there, a newly spawned orc. He excitedly ran toward the orc. You two stay back, let me handle this. Hey, get back here, Junu. Calling after him in another corner of the forest full of orc corpses, Mason smiled brightly, looking at Hyunwoo with excitement. Teaming up with you is seriously awesome. Hunting as a duo like this is definitely way more efficient than hunting alone. Hyunwoo agreed. Yeah, I just leveled up. Hyunwoo described the battle plan. First, we lure the orcs into a specific area. Mason uses area of effect magic to attack. And finally, I'll finish them off. Repeating this strategy means levels just skyrocket. Tengi laughed loudly and teased. Hey mage, your technique is pretty good. I'll allow you to serve me. He chuckled in response. What a hilarious bear. Turning to Tengi, he reminded him. You probably didn't see him greet me with a full magic missile volley just now. He immediately remembered. Oh, right. My bad. Attacking blindly is a no-go. Mason quickly explained. It was a mutual mistake. I was just startled. Who would want to attack someone on purpose anyway? Tengi shouted. Dumbass master! Another monster appeared! Hyunu stepped forward. I'll handle this one. You just hold your mana. Mason happily accepted. Okay, Hyung, you focus. I'll prep for the fight. Hyunu yelled and lunged forward with a charge, then suddenly stopped, looking in another direction. Junu was running toward them from afar. He was holding a sword and looked furious. Junu screamed, You bastard! He remembered Hyunu's provocation. Do you dare to have a character deletion match with a newbie like me? Junu shouted with hatred. I've been looking for you! Hyunu's kick slammed straight into the middle of his face. He looked down, confused. Oh man, I thought you were a monster. My bad. John quickly ran over to help him up. Junu! Hyunu immediately defended himself. Mason, he startled me. So that's not my fault, okay? Junu turned to ask his teammates for help. He clearly did that on purpose. Seniors, that's the guy. He stood up straight. You're done for, kid. You dare delete my account? Hyunu realized with a vague recognition. Oh, it's you. Mason was stunned, thinking, his nose is literally bleeding. Hyunu asked calmly. What was your name again? Junu exploded with rage. Park Hyung-gu. My name is Park Junu. Mason asked in surprise. Hyung, you know this guy? Explaining the reason for the conflict. Just a brainless friend who lost a character deletion bet to him. He immediately refuted. Who's your friend, you piece of trash? Today, both White Castle executioners are here. You're dead meat. John put a hand on his shoulder to calm him down. Calm down, Junu. He turned to threaten them. Stop now. My patience has its limits. Hyunu interrupted him. Patience? He said with a dismissive tone. What are you going to do if you run out of it? I'm not scared of that White Castle nonsense of yours. Jian said coldly. It's White Castle. Mason said with concern. Those two are at least level 60. They aren't planning to jump us, are they? Hyunu seriously warned Mason. If we have to fight, don't you get involved. Sun turned away coldly. What a hassle. Let's go. John agreed. Yeah, we're busy hunting. Junu loudly called after them. Seniors, he threatened. Then I have no choice but to report you both. Junu growled. I will report to my superiors that Jian and Sun allowed someone else to insult the guild and just walked away. He sighed. What a pain. You two, follow me. After this is over, I'll make amends. Sun hung his head in boredom. He swung a slap across Junu's face, criticizing. How arrogant. Sun suddenly changed his mind. Actually, if we get rid of one team, hunting will be even easier, right? Hyunu leaned forward and asked provocatively. So, you want to fight? How about we recklessly bet on a character deletion match? Mason panicked and shouted, Hyung, if you lose, your character is gone too. Tengi asked cluelessly. And if you lose, what happens to me? Hyunu calmly replied. Well, we just get wiped out together. He asked, trembling. What? You're not even a little bit scared? The three of you, bring it on if you're so good. The rules are winner takes all, loser gets deleted, and one representative from each side fights. Sun spoke with utter contempt to the level 20 guy, who stood there full of pride. Fine, I accept your challenge. The rules are simple. Let's see what these representatives are made of. One rep from each team will fight. The winner stays in. The loser gets swapped out. First side to run out of players loses. The system announced. The match began. Player Kang Hyunu and player Sun Junu traded barbs. Keep your trap shut this time, you loser, Sun taunted. Hyunu shot back. You're too noisy, Junu. Mason stood behind them, worried, asking, Hyung, will you be okay? Tong-hee yelled, frustrated. If we lose, I'm going to curse you for the rest of your life. Shut up, you idiot, Hyunu said, smiling confidently to reassure his team. Don't worry, this game's easy. The system signaled the start of the match. Sun spoke arrogantly. We're busy, so I'll knock you out in one hit. Hyunu smirked defiantly. Considering the level gap, one hit is a bit much, but I don't mind taking 10. Sun stepped forward decisively and laughed. Now I see why Park Hyun-gu hates your guts so much. Sun drew his greatsword, swinging it high above his head, preparing a crushing strike aimed straight at Hyunu. The blade descended at blinding speed, but Hyunu swiftly dodged the attack and countered immediately. Sun's eyes widened through the slit in his helmet. Hyunu smiled victoriously, while Jan and Junu were stunned. They were shocked by what just happened. Masan thought to himself, "That's incredible." He read the trajectory of that claymore and countered while dodging at the same time. Sun was clearly being overwhelmed. He wondered, Why can't I land a hit on him? Sun thought to himself, "Based on my level and gear, I should have already won. Why is this happening?" Hyunu mocked him. "Surprised? Everyone thinks a higher level means an easy win, but the arena is different," he declared firmly. "Level and gear aren't the only things that guarantee victory in PvP." Hyunu explained clearly. "Even if your level is lower, there's always a way to take you down." He calmly concluded, "It's all about continuously targeting weaknesses. It takes practice, but once you master it, you can beat any player regardless of their level." Sun was stunned. Hyunu spoke up. "Hyun, I already knew you were skilled, but I never expected this, at this level." Hyunu looked at the remaining two and called out, "What are you two doing?" The results after the first round. Player Kong Hyunu wins. He gestured for them to come on. The rest of the match was a one-sided massacre. It wasn't surprising, as they were left stunned by Hyunu's skills. John was knocked out without any resistance. Only one member remained, Park Hyun-gu. Hyunu mocked him. How ridiculous, as he walked over slowly, living off others to get boosted levels. But now your account is about to be deleted. Hyunu smirked. "I'm curious, does anyone in your guild even want to carry you anymore?" He muttered to himself. "Why does this guy keep reminding me of someone? Han Beck, was it?" Hyunu felt nothing but contempt. They're all just arrogant brats hiding behind others, and they even look the same. He felt a sick satisfaction in wanting to humiliate him. Hyunu pointed at the ground and commanded, "Kneel, and maybe I'll let you live." Junu's face went pale, and he panicked, thinking, "What do I do? What do I do?" In the past, Park Hyun-gu had been knocked out in one hit back at level 40. Now, at level 20, there was no way he could win. He trembled, biting his lip until it bled. Sweat poured down as he felt sheer terror, his heart skipping beats. Junu's eyes widened crazily, his pupils turning red. The system detected his abnormal state. The arena decided to grant him a little gift. A system notification appeared. Player Park Hyun-gu has entered a berserk state. Masan screamed in terror. He's gone berserk," Hyunu calmly declared. "From the moment we met, I knew you were the type with a short fuse." He looked at Junu with cold, sharp eyes. "Hey, customer. Time to send you home. Skill activated. Titan's power. Attack stats increased for a limited time." Hyunu swung his fist toward the guy's face. "You aren't welcome here." He landed a powerful, heavy kick on Junu, sending him flying to the ground and causing a massive shockwave. Match result. You have won the duel. A treasure chest appeared. Winner takes all, as per the rules. Hyunu stared intently at the screen. "Got 3 rewards, huh? Might as well use them to gear myself up. That's more efficient." Masan called out worriedly. "Hyunu Hyung," he replied calmly. "I told you, it's fine." He cheered with admiration. "Hyung, that was so cool. You beat guys with higher levels just with your technique. From now on, you're officially my idol." He smiled slightly, thinking mysteriously, "I wonder if he'd be surprised if I told him I used to be top of the server." Hyunu felt a bit embarrassed. "Anyway, this is getting awkward," he declared firmly. "Let's keep on grinding." He replied enthusiastically, "Yes." Masan smiled brightly, saying sincerely, "Thanks to you, today's hunt went so smoothly. Can we do this again next time?" A system notification appeared. Player Justin Masan has sent you a friend request. Hyunu smiled and accepted. "Sure, let's do it." Tunghi waved goodbye. "See you next time, mage." Today's hunt was a success. Thanks to partying with Masan, his level had reached 31. Status window, Kang Hyunu, level 31. Title, Warrior recognized by the Khan. Hyunu watched Masan walk away. It's rare to find a kid as innocent as him in the arena. His skills are pretty good too, so I have a feeling we'll get closer in the future. He looked down at Tanghi with satisfaction. "Leveling up is done. Now hop to it." The creature started complaining. Let's take a break. You blockhead, I want to rest. Hyunwoo made a firm decision. Let's finish that quest already. Tanghi frowned and broke out into a cold sweat. Huh? He had confirmed the main quest objective, deliver the necklace. The quest window appeared, titled, Heir of the Grassland Beast Tribe. You have picked up the bone necklace of Cancun, the future chief of the Grassland Beast Tribe. Give this necklace to Raccoon, the current chief. Quest details. To meet Chief Raccoon, I first have to find the boss that appears in the Grassland Beast Tribe territory. Dakan. The boss monster usually spawns randomly in their area, with a respawn cycle of about 12 hours. It's been over 12 hours since I got here. He's definitely around here somewhere. Hyunwoo stood in the middle of the forest and complained. Why the hell won't Dakan show himself? Tanghi tried to persuade him. Let's take a break, my blockhead master. I'm too tired to move another inch. He turned to look at the boy, admitting, Yeah, I'm exhausted too. Tanghi pointed to a tree with a door in it. I think that looks like a good place to rest. It's better if we get comfortable for a bit. Hyunwoo wondered to himself. How is there a place like this out here? A notification sound rang out, entering the lair of the Great Dakan. Hyunwoo shouted excitedly, The Great Dakan's lair! He picked up Tanghi and jumped up, filled with thrill. That's the dungeon entrance. I knew you could do it. Tanghi, you really are lucky. The boy complained helplessly. I told you I wanted a break. Hyunwoo conceded. All right, I won't summon you again. Shut it. He started, but it didn't appear. It's like a regular boss mob in this area. I wonder if he's hiding in this dungeon because of some quest-specific quirk. Either way, at least we found him. Hyunwoo pushed the door open and stepped inside. Excuse me? Suddenly, a massive figure appeared right in front of him. He greeted, Oh, hello there. Hyunwoo assessed him silently. The hulking body radiated terrifying pressure. He realized this must be Dakan. Dakan stared him down and questioned, What business does a human like you have here? He's the prairie warlord, Dakan, Hyunwoo thought cautiously. At my current level, if I try to take him on, I'm toast. Dakan repeated the question. I asked you, what do you want? He held up his hand and answered bluntly, I'm here to deliver this necklace to Chief Raccoon. Dakan's eyes widened in realization. Isn't that Cancun's necklace? Did that damn brat go looking for trouble again? Dakan reached out to take it and said, Thanks. Now get out of here. Suddenly, Hyunwoo pulled his hand back. Dakan's red eyes narrowed, revealing his confusion. Hyunwoo swung the necklace around, not giving Dakan a chance to grab it. Dakan hunched over and said in a cold voice, I told you to hand over the necklace and leave. Are you deaf? Hyunwoo kept smiling and replied, I want to deliver this to Chief Raccoon in person. He calculated in his head, There's no way the quest ends here. If I just hand the necklace over, it's over, Hyunwoo told himself. I have to milk this quest for all it's worth. Dakan spoke strictly. I admire your guts, but if you want to meet the chief, you have to prove you have the strength. I'll test you. A notification clearly appeared regarding the new quest. Dakan's recognition. You need Dakan's recognition to meet a raccoon. Fight him to earn his trust. Hyunwoo was excited inwardly. I knew there would be another quest. This necklace is at least rare grade, Dakan said casually. Let's see what you've got. Begin. He swiped, throwing Hyunwoo straight into the air. Hyunwoo gritted his teeth, trying to keep his cool despite the wave of dizziness. He quickly regained his balance and landed firmly on the ground. Dakan swung his sword high above his head, burning with intensity. He poured all his power into a massive downward slash. Dakan's eyes widened in sheer astonishment. Because the attack missed Hyunwoo completely. He asked, You dodged my critical strike and you're still trying to struggle? Only then did he launch a counterattack. Despite the intense situation, Hyunwoo didn't show any signs of giving up, but his power was truly overwhelming. He groaned in pain to himself. Level 31 is still frustratingly weak. He's too strong for my techniques to take him down. Hyunwoo was exhausted, thinking, He really is the strongest opponent I've faced since returning to the arena. Dakan said disdainfully, Is this all you've got? You want to meet the chief with this level of power? It's not enough. Is that all you can do? A warning appeared. HP 120, 520. He knelt on the ground, leaning on his hands, gasping for breath. Of course not. I haven't even used my full power yet, he shouted. Summon. Hyunwoo panicked and ordered, Tangi, it's an emergency. Buff me, quick. Tangi grumbled in annoyance. You blockhead master. Do you even know how long it's been since you let me take a break? How long do you think it's been, huh? Tangi yelled, full of resentment. How many mobs are you gonna hunt? You're getting addicted to this. He retorted harshly. What? Just do your job as a pet and be quiet. Dakan interrupted their argument. So you're the troublemaker from Buzzing Island? Tangi said, surprised. Oh, uncle. Long time no see. Is that guy your master? Tangi naturally replied. Yep. You can just call him Blockhead Master. Hyunwoo was stunned and asked loudly, What the hell? You two know each other? Tangi calmly asked, Are you two fighting? He explained, No, I'm doing a test to meet Raccoon. Tangi nodded, understanding. Oh, Chief Raccoon? Dakan spoke sternly. Enough of this nonsense. Don't forget you're still in the middle of a test. If he's your master, I'll allow you both to come at me. Are you joining in? Tangi crossed his arms and suggested, If I intervene directly, it won't look good, so I'll just cast buffs from the back. Blockhead Master, let's go. Hyunwoo smiled teasingly. That's all you're good for anyway. 2 notifications appeared in succession. You have received Bear's Spirit, and you have received Blessing of the Wild Forest. He declared coldly, Come on, human. I won't go easy on you just because you're my nephew's master. Hyunwoo thought cautiously. Even with these buffs, I don't think I can actually beat him, but I can't just retreat now. Hyunwoo encouraged himself. I'll go as far as I can. Hyunwoo lay flat on the ground, his whole body drained. Dakan sounded a bit disappointed. Is that it? He was completely exhausted. I give up, Hyunwoo said, justifying himself. Any further and I'll lose my life. Tangi said with a smug look. Quit blabbering. You were fighting him pretty hard, weren't you? Hyunwoo spoke sadly. So what? If I don't pass, it's all meaningless. Dakan denied it. Who said you had to defeat me? He sat on the ground and stammered. Wait. Then a large notification appeared. Quest complete. Dakan's recognition. He said sternly, You've proven yourself. This is your reward for passing the trial. Receiving the necklace from Kankun, Hyunwoo and Tangi are overjoyed. Suddenly, the system alerts them as Raccoon appears. The wall behind him shatters, sending dust and debris flying everywhere. Displaying immense power, Dakan holds Tangi tightly with one arm amidst the dust. A massive, green-skinned, muscular figure gradually emerges. He is Raccoon, the chieftain of the Steppe Beastman tribe. Hyunwoo looks back, tense, thinking to himself, So that's Raccoon. Now I understand why I had to pass the trial, just in terms of raw power. If you consider Dakan like a glass of Russian vodka, Raccoon is a glass of wild, fierce bourbon. No, he's an exquisite vermouth. Dakan speaks up. Reporting, Young Nim. This human came to deliver Kankun's necklace to you. Raccoon asks in surprise. What? Kankun? He grips his hand tightly, pressing for more. You brought Kankun's necklace? Hyunwoo stammers. Yes. Raccoon takes the necklace in his hand. It's definitely his. He erupts into a rage, grinding his teeth together. Raccoon roars furiously. Kankun, you damn brat! He bellows an order. Bring him to me at once. A system notification appears. Raccoon's ferocity activated. All stats reduced by 50%. HP cannot recover. Dakan puts a hand on Raccoon's shoulder to stop him. Hyung Neem, calm down. Raccoon rejects the plea. Dakan, don't stop me. Dakan replies bluntly. Think about how much he must hate this thing. He even hid the necklace this time. Hyunwoo begins to recount the quest details. It's like this. Kankun, your son and the future tribe leader, hates the harsh training you put him through and just wants to run away. He adds, to escape you. Raccoon, you made him wear the necklace so you could always track his location and summon him. It's an enchanted necklace he couldn't remove. But someone helped him, and thanks to that, he vanished without a trace. He hesitates, then continues. And the one who helped him break the spell, it's none other than, it turns out to be Tangi. He scratches his head, looking embarrassed. I didn't think things would go this far. Hyunwoo asks loudly in surprise. You could actually do that? Tangi looks up at him and asks in return, Don't you already know my abilities, you blockhead master? Hyunwoo widens his eyes. That's insane. Raccoon is helpless, saying, "Forgive me, because it's about that rebellious brat. I wasn't myself. I will reward you properly for bringing the necklace to me." The screen before them is flooded with quest completion notifications. Inheritor of the Steppe Beastman tribe. You have received experience points. You have leveled up. HP and mana restored. New skill acquired. Source gathering magic. Condenses magic to amplify personal strength, increasing magic power by 20%. Hyunwoo is excited and cheers inwardly. A unique skill, amazing. Magic skills are the most essential things in the arena, Raccoon instructs. And if you run into that insolent brat, tell him this Black Mountain Forest is his home. A highlight notification appears. New quest received. Raccoon's message. Raccoon has a message for his son. Cancun. If you meet him, deliver the message. Hyunwoo quickly calculates in his head. Another quest? What a generous orc. I need to get on his good side. He says sweetly, "Leave it to me, my lord." Raccoon entrusts it to him. "I'm counting on you." Raccoon turns to remind Tanji, "Little bear, stop getting involved with Cancun so much." Tanji replies timidly, "Yes, of course." He even reveals, "Actually, from the beginning, there was no spell on the necklace. It wasn't your fault." Tanji is deeply shocked, his mouth agape. "So I didn't actually have the skill to break spells," Hyunwoo thinks to himself. That makes sense, doesn't it? Back to reality. Outside a modern building under the bright, scorching sun, Young-chan urges him, "Hey, Kang Hyunwoo, wake up." Hyunwoo is startled awake. Hyunwoo asks, puzzled, "Did you come here to give me a quest?" Young-chan explains, "What are you mumbling about? I have something to discuss. Wake up." Young-chan excitedly announces, "I have 2 pieces of good news for you," he says with satisfaction. "First, our video has become a hot topic in the community because they keep hyping it up." Hyunwoo is surprised, looking at the numbers on the video playing. 170,000 views already. Hyunwoo laughs, hugging him. "Thanks, Young-chan. This is all thanks to you." Young-chan speaks slowly. "Don't celebrate yet. The second one is even better." He says leisurely, "I received an email from Nay." Hyunwoo asks curiously, "This?" Young-chan shares. Nay is a major fashion brand starting to step into the arena streaming field. Currently, they are the top corporation in this sector. He says nonchalantly, "They want to recruit you." Hyunwoo is choked up. "The world's top company? They want to recruit me?" He is stunned. Hyunwoo is still dazed by the information he received. "I haven't even been back in the arena for a week, and opportunities are already opening up." Hyunwoo instinctively remembers his painful past. The days watching his mother struggle to care for his father in a hospital bed. Next was the time spent working part-time jobs at convenience stores. The image of Hanbik's provocative face is still etched in his memory. Unable to suppress his rising anger, he had swung his fist straight into the guy's face. Back then, Hyunwoo felt he had nothing but one goal: revenge. He unconsciously clenches his fist, emotions swirling in his chest. Young-chan asks for his opinion again. "It's decided, right?" Hyunwoo answers softly, "Yes." Young-chan suggests bluntly, "They put their contact info right below. Want to contact them now?" Hyunwoo decisively agrees. "Sure." Immediately, at the company's headquarters building, Kale reports the situation. "Chairman, I just signed a contract with the player from that video." He introduces the information. His name is Kang Hyunwoo. He decided to set his streamer nickname as Ali Boss. If it's hard to pronounce, you can also call him Mr. G. He raises a problem. "But the problem is, for Mr. G, what would the abbreviation be?" He frowns, his eyes sharp. "Milligram? Are you messing with me, Kale?" The powerful man in front of him is the chairman of Nagami Company. He smiles and speaks. "Do you really think there could be anyone else, sir?" Jamie hesitated, replying, "Could it be?" Kale gave a mysterious smile and said, "So you finally get it now, boss?" He stepped in to reveal, Melagoat. He's the guy who held the top rank before vanishing 2 years ago. He gazed out the window, adding, "It looks like you've managed to scout a superstar, haven't you?" Demi spoke up, sounding satisfied. 2 years ago, the number of arena players skyrocketed, making the arena popular all over the world. Now it's generating massive profits. It's grown into something like an entirely different world, Jamie emphasized. And now you're telling me that legendary gamer has reappeared? He sounded a bit expectant. I can't help but wonder just how much the arena will be shaken up by that legend's return. The scene shifts to the Aslan auction house. Hyunwoo reviewed the items in his inventory. I'll sell this, and I can use this. He started calculating. After processing all the gear from the Black Castle Guild members, he'd earned 5,100 gold, plus a pair of boots. Item description: swamp frog boots. The boots were made from frog skin, helping the wearer jump higher. Pride showed on his face. I also got an item from Dakon's quest. Furthermore, Hyunwoo suddenly remembered. Because of Rakan's reward, I almost forgot about this one. He marveled, praising the item. Dakon's necklace. The effects are no joke. Hyunwoo assessed his status. If I count all my gear together, my stats are probably on par with a level 60 player. He pondered. Since I'm only level 32, if I can grab a unique weapon with the remaining money, that would be sweet. At the auction house window, Hyunwoo tapped his finger on the display panel. Right now, attack power is what matters most. My defense doesn't really mean much to me. He satisfied himself, thinking. As expected, finding a unique piece of gear for 5,000 gold is a tough task, huh? Hyunwoo suddenly shouted in excitement. Found one! And it's only 1,000 gold, 10 times cheaper than its actual value. He made a decisive choice. Some guy must have quit the game and is liquidating their stuff. Click. Click. Just as Hyunwoo bought the bargain, somewhere else in the auction house, he was known as the guild master of the Black Castle, Swero. Just then, JT stepped up and asked, What's wrong? Swero stammered. It's sold, she replied calmly. Well, selling it is a good thing, isn't it? Swero shouted in regret. But I missed a zero when I listed the price. Before he could take it back, some guy had already snatched it up. JT was stunned, exclaiming, What? He hurriedly ordered, Go find him and drag him back to me. JT replied fearfully, Yes, sir. Hyunwoo whispered excitedly, Got it. I don't know who sold it, but thanks, buddy. That little incident will surely ensure the friction between the Black Castle Guild and Kang Hyunwoo doesn't end until hell freezes over. He encouraged himself. I still have 3 days before I sign the contract with Nai. Until then, I'll just get as strong as I possibly can. Grinding quests is probably the best choice. Hyunwoo smiled excitedly. I still have a quest from Khan. Let's go see LeBron. Quest details. Meet the Knight of Kion. Hyunwoo hoped in his heart. The rewards from the Prairie Beastkin tribe were already amazing. I wonder what I'll get from the Empire's strongest knight. He walked through a small, old-fashioned alley. If I'm not mistaken, Khan said LeBron is at his home in Yusma. I wonder if teleportation scrolls to Yusma are expensive. Seeing the center city of the medieval European-style Yusma Empire, Hyunwoo looked up, overwhelmed. Is this LeBron's mansion? He exclaimed. It's so magnificent, truly fitting for the Empire's strongest knight. Hyunwoo was happy inside. Back when he was Melagoat, he had never met the man. He was so eager. A strict guard spoke up. Commoners cannot enter. Please, turn back. He held out his proof. Khan recommended me. He told me that with this, I could meet LeBron. The guard spoke respectfully. The Duke is currently at the training grounds in the center of the estate. Hyunwoo replied happily. Thank you. The passers-by all widened their eyes. Stunned, they thought. The gate to LeBron's mansion is opening? Does that mean he's heading into the main scene? No way, I have to follow him. They scrambled to claim him. I'm your teammate. Hey, let's form a party, he thought with contempt. Leeches are everywhere. Hyunwoo guessed in his head. I just realized, I've never seen a video of LeBron. I must be the first one. Activating recording mode. He pondered to himself. They said LeBron is at the training grounds in the center of the estate. He was stunned. He gasped. It's him. LeBron questioned. Are you the one recommended by Khan? He nodded. Yes, I am Kang Hyunwoo. The man said sternly. It's been a long time since an adventurer came looking for me. If Khan recommended you, you must be pretty good. Hyunwoo questioned silently. So someone else came before me. I thought I was the only one given a coin. Khan, are you playing games with me? LeBron asked. You came here to test your own strength, didn't you? Hyunwoo muttered to himself. I'm here for a quest, sir. LeBron said calmly. Seeing is believing. A spar will tell me everything, won't it? He turned toward the weapon rack. Well, do you want to fight? LeBron set the condition. As long as you accept the challenge, I will teach you a skill. He thought, annoyed. Damn it. Why do I have to fight everyone I meet? Hyunwoo added another condition. If my performance is excellent, could you teach me 2 skills instead? LeBron laughed. If that's what you want, 3 is fine too. But of course, you must pass the test. Stats updated before the match. All stats increased due to fighting spirit. When the opponent is stronger, the player's stats increase further. Hyunwoo was determined. This time, I'm definitely going to get a unique skill. He spoke confidently. Please teach me, sir. The man looked him over, evaluating him. That is quite an unusual sword aura. I've never seen a powerhouse wield a sword so carelessly. LeBron seemed to realize something. The look on Hyunwoo's face took him by surprise. Was he actually ready to fight? The relaxed vibe from before vanished completely. He lunged forward, launching a flurry of attacks, but LeBron parried them all with effortless ease. He critiqued his opponent while parrying. Every strike was packed with power. Just how much had the kid busted his tail to hone his technique? He wasn't the kind of guy who could be taken down just by good swordsmanship. LeBron assessed him objectively. The kid was even using his feet. Most knights would probably have been floored by him. He commented nonchalantly, even while on the offensive. Not bad, kid. 50 points. He wasn't much different from the others who'd come to challenge him. LeBron mused, thinking there had been about 10 challengers so far, but none of them had cracked 50 points. He wondered to himself if this kid would end up like all the ones before him. Hyunwoo gritted his teeth, sweat dripping down. If I can't win, I'll give it everything I've got. He acted decisively, screaming as he charged. LeBron blocked the hit, deflecting the kid's powerful spinning strike. LeBron tensed up, his brow furrowing, thinking, using a charge at this distance? Pretty surprising, he thought, observing with high intensity. Was the kid already calculating his own recoil distance? Hyunwoo was confident, having read his opponent's move. Gotcha. The sword flashed by in an instant. Hyunwoo kept his balance and landed perfectly. LeBron couldn't help but admire him. Knowing full well the difference in their skill, the kid still dared to pull off such a risky move. Not only that, he even managed to maintain his balance and follow up with an aerial attack. He praised him with satisfaction. You've got interesting talent. 80 points. But Hyunwoo was still stunned. 80 points? I hit 80 points? I wonder how many skills I'll get. LeBron squinted and laughed. My turn now, shall we? Hyunwoo was taken aback and gasped. Huh? He repeated himself seriously. I said, it's my turn to attack. LeBron said excitedly. Get into your stance. LeBron was currently pumped up because he had unexpectedly found a real talent. Meanwhile, the whole side of Hyunwoo's head was visibly swollen. He stood there dazed with an exhausted look on his face. LeBron walked over closely and shook his hand. Great job, kid. I have to admit, your technique is really good. Hyunwoo replied softly. Thank you. He muttered to himself. He just kept hitting the exact same spot. At my current level, there's no way I can take him down. LeBron held up a shining gold coin. I gave 10 swordsmen 1 coin each, and now they've all gathered here. There were 9 challengers before, and you're the 10th. He heaped praise on him, adding that he was also the strongest, even better than those 9 combined. The system notification appeared to congratulate him. On mission complete. You have received experience points. You have leveled up. HP and mana have been restored. You have received the title Outstanding Star. Recognized by LeBron, Hyunwoo was secretly thrilled. Plus, I even got a title. The effects are going to be awesome. He said shyly. As promised, here is yours. Forgive me for only being able to give you 1 skill. But the rules were the rules. He couldn't change that. He slowly opened the book. Inside was the Master Combatant skill. Hyunwoo's eyes widened in shock. Another 10% increase to all stats? That's a total of 20%, LeBron said firmly. I've fulfilled my promise regarding the coin. You can go now. He called out loudly. Wait! Hyunwoo wasn't satisfied yet. He'd come all this way, and that was it. Just telling me the mission is over and kicking me out. That's it. He turned back to look at him, looking confused. Yes? Hyunwoo eagerly suggested. Is there anything I can help you with, sir? LeBron grinned from ear to ear. Actually, there is something I need done, and I suppose I could entrust it to you. LeBron's voice grew serious as he explained. In Brick, there's been a sudden appearance of many. The king suspects that a dark mage is the one pulling the strings behind this. He looked at him and asked, Are you willing to investigate this case on my behalf? A system notification pinged. You have received a new mission. Investigate Brick. Hyunwoo's jaw dropped. The words only echoed in his thoughts. A Class 0 mission. This was a main scenario mission. A massive map appeared with a note underneath. Main scenario mission. A mission with major impact on the game's plot and the world's development. LeBron carefully warned him. I've heard that summoning and spiritual magic are his specialties. Be careful not to let him manipulate you. He answered confidently. Understood. I guarantee I will bring the truth of this case to light. Hyunwoo clenched his fist, showing his determination. Ha! I haven't been back long, and I've already stepped up to the big leagues. I'm only level 33, but I've suddenly become the one holding the fate of the entire arena in my hands. He continued to think. I have to prepare thoroughly before I head out. The scene shifted to Aslan, the integrated trading hall. Swearon shouted in shock. What? He demanded loudly. You still haven't found him? Swearon ordered impatiently. Go find the guy who swiped that sword and bring him to me. Do I have to do everything for you people? Is your head just for decoration? JT thought to himself. If you're stupid, you die. What the hell are you crying about? She had to obey. Forgive me. I will track him down for you immediately tomorrow. Hyunwoo walked by and saw it, feeling uncomfortable. Who's got time to cause a scene in the trading hall? Swearon lost his cool and roared. There are no chances left. Find that Ash's dog who stole the dwarf's sword and bring him back. Make him kneel in front of me, is that clear? Hyunwoo was confused and suspicious. The guy who just sold the dwarf's sword? Why is he looking for me? He started, suddenly realizing. Wait, isn't that emblem? Gilthak Lao, Hyunwoo sarcastically thought to himself. Hate-filled slogans never fade, do they? He pulled the device off his head and logged out of the game. Hyunwoo decisively took on the role of the main executor. After all, it was best to handle these annoying matters personally. The sooner it's dealt with, the better, he calculated, his tone cold. Should I stop the character deletion bet and just take them out one by one? Hyunwoo felt incredibly conflicted. No, that takes too long. Time is money. Maybe I should just take out every single high-ranking member. They might just crumble on their own. Young-chan smiled softly and called out, Hyunwoo, let's go eat dinner, he asked, feeling troubled. What should I do to handle this best? Yang-chan replied, What's wrong? There's something. Let me tell you, Hyunwoo said quietly. Young-chan offered a simple solution. Just post a video provoking them, that's all. He suggested posting a challenge on the forum to invite them to a PK match. Hyunwoo looked up and asked, What if they refuse? He calmly concluded, Once the challenge is posted on the forums, they won't be able to ignore it. Isn't this the perfect chance for you to wipe out the whole guild at once? Young-chan analyzed further. You'll also become the hottest topic in the entire arena. Killing two birds with one stone, right? Hyunwoo mumbled his name. Young-chan? And he responded with satisfaction. You really are a genius. He humbly denied it. Not at all. That's only if you can actually take them down in a one-on-one fight. Hyunwoo laughed confidently. Who do you think I am? I'll wipe out the whole guild and pad my pockets. Why wait any longer? And so, the next day, Hyunwoo's challenge flooded the forums. At the Gilthak Lao base, a guild member ran in, panicked. Guildmaster, we're in trouble! Swearon asked sharply. Why is everyone in such a frenzy? She stuttered. It's about, GTI reported with horror. Some guy posted a challenge video against us all over the forums, he exclaimed in disbelief. What? Swearon recalled the video he had just watched the day before. Hello, I'm an arena gamer, the boss of the alley. I'm recording this video because of a message I just received. In the video, Hyunwoo recounted that message. It's from a newbie thanking me for the video I posted about punishing those scumbag high-ranking members of Hyunhak Long. He said with fury. Who the hell is this guy? He stated loudly. So I've decided to make their characters disappear no matter what. In other words, I'm going to delete their accounts. Those hunting grounds and dungeons have been occupied by you guys for too long. Hyunwoo revealed his plan. As far as I know, there are 15 high-ranking members in the guild, including the master, but I've already deleted 2 of your accounts, so there are only 13 left, and I've challenged them to a one-on-one solo fight. He warned everyone. Don't miss the moment their accounts get wiped. Sueron, enraged, slammed his hand on the table, the sword. He hissed in anger. So the person who deleted our high-ranking members' characters and the guy who swiped my dwarf sword are the same person? GTI asked worriedly. Master, have you seen that video already? The guildmaster voiced his thoughts. Should we just ignore it? Getting involved might just make things even harder to control, he said coldly. Ignore it, Sueron ordered. Gather all the high-ranking members, GTI. Not daring to refuse, he yelled furiously. We'll beat that brat to a pulp! Gather them for me. I accept the challenge. The large conference room at the Black Tower Guild headquarters. GTI started by analyzing the situation. As far as I know, the boss of the alley is around level 30. However, since he could take down 2 of our main hitters, he must have some tricks up his sleeve. She continued. The character deletion bet he's offering is way too risky. Even if we win, we gain nothing. Wouldn't it be better to just leave him alone? Sueron asked back with an angry tone. Leave him alone? Are you kidding me? He stood up abruptly and snapped. And what about my dwarf sword? What about that? What about the guild's reputation? Someone else proposed. How about this? We set a date for the match, then gang up on him. Sueron nodded at the idea. So, you mean we should ambush him? Yoongu appeared suddenly and spoke up. You guys are so pathetic. All the members shouted in unison. Commander! He looked at them with contempt. You're all under the New World Guild, yet you're planning to ambush a level 30 guy? The man standing before them was Kang. Yoongu, the temporary commander of the New World Guild. Sueron rushed over to welcome him. Sir, what brings you here from so far away? Yoongu cut him off. Yoongu, get over here. He obeyed meekly. Yes? Yoongu punched him straight in the stomach with a painful blow. Choongu's face twisted, the pain forcing him to his knees. Yoongu scolded him. You dared to hog the dungeon without reporting to us, and even 3 guild members had their characters deleted in such a humiliating way. My patience has reached its limit. He loudly called out, Sueron! He replied, startled. Yes. Yoongu gave his orders. Immediately record a response video accepting the challenge. You must resolve this properly. It's the law of nature. The strong survive, and the weak perish. He warned in a grave tone. I hope the Gilthak Lao Guild is the one laughing last this time. Elsewhere, Kale was sitting and waiting for someone in a luxurious restaurant. He suddenly turned, smiled and said, Oh, Hyunwoo approached in a friendly manner. You're Kale, aren't you? Kale remarked. You look even sharper in person, Mr. G. He replied politely. You too. He kept complimenting me. I had a feeling about it ever since our phone call. Your English is actually quite good, by the way. Hyunwoo replied honestly. I studied a bit before. Kale spoke calmly. Shall we keep chatting while we eat? The food is already served. He handed the contract to Hyunwoo and advised, This is the revised version. Please read it carefully. I was secretly thrilled. Just as Yang Chan said, their offer is the best in the industry. Hyunwoo expressed frankly, This is better than I expected. This is great. Kale added a reminder. Check the last part too. There are a few new items added. I scrolled down to the bottom. Here it is. The content stated, a 2-year contract, $10,000 for every 10,000 subscribers, bonuses for every 100,000 subscribers, plus 1 rare skill book and 1 unique material chosen each month. Hyunwoo thought to himself, I can get a unique material every month? If so, I could craft items using secret techniques. I've finally got the Meligo. Kale looked at him and asked nonchalantly, Are you satisfied? Hyunwoo was a bit skeptical. Are these terms for real? He replied pleasantly. Of course. Mr. G, or should I call you? Meligo, perhaps. To be honest, I think that's still just the tip of the iceberg for you. Hyunwoo exclaimed in surprise. Meligo? It's been a long time since I've heard that name. I wondered to myself, how does he know that? He really is sharp. Kale outlined the terms. Our only requirement is for you to wear the Nike logo on your gear. A designer will work with you, so please discuss things with them at least once a week. Kale asked politely. May I ask if you have any plans for the near future? Hyunu shared honestly. I'm planning to start a live stream next week. You should get ready to watch. He hinted confidently. I've got a pretty big project in the works. Kale muttered to himself. Big? By Maligo's standards? He gave a warm smile, expressing his satisfaction. I'm looking forward to it. Hyunu returned home and announced, I'm home. Youngchan asked eagerly. Did you sign the contract? Hyunu replied confidently. Of course. He then shared some news. Oh, by the way, Yoonhak has already posted his response video. Hyunu asked calmly. What did they say? Youngchan replied with a smile. They challenged you to meet at the Yuzma Arena in 2 days, this Monday at 8 o'clock at night. I replied nonchalantly. Is that so? He asked curiously. Hey, aren't you planning to respond? Hyunu replied firmly. It's just a waste of time. I'm going hunting. I stepped into the swamp area in the game. A lizard man with glowing yellow eyes stared fiercely, its mouth wide open, revealing sharp teeth. Hyunu whispered in his mind. Lizard men in the swamp are around level 60 to 70. I'm level 34 right now, so there's a 30-level gap. He thought, confused. But why are they so easy to take down? Hyunu whispered to himself. Is it because I've gotten stronger with all this gear and my unique skills? I guess I've been underestimating how overpowered I am since I've been hunting monsters. I calculated my opponent's strength. The level of the guild leader, Haklu Suaran, must be around 85. They say the average level of their top-tier players is about 70. I muttered to myself. I'm pretty sure I won't lose to them. But if I want to play it big, the stronger, the better. And so I hunted for 30 hours straight, Hyunu reflected, with a few breaks. But basically, that was 30 hours of hard work. I gripped my sword tightly, sighed in exhaustion, and grumbled, I'm dead tired. Time to check my stats and go to sleep. I summarized. I worked hard leveling up for 3 days, so my skill proficiency increased, and I leveled up 6 times, reaching level 40. I signaled that the upcoming event was finally here. The day of the battle arrived. A panoramic view of the Yuzma Arena from above, with a large red and black flag hanging, displaying the images of the 2 opponents for today's match. In the stands, a blonde-haired spectator said in surprise, The arena is usually pretty crowded, but today it's packed. What do you think? Will Gilthak Lu win thanks to their overwhelming numbers? The friend next to him replied thoughtfully. They definitely have the numbers, but instead of taking on 13 at once, it's clearly better for him to solo one-on-one. He expressed his hope. I'm rooting for the alley boss to win. Hyunu spoke with a mocking tone. Are all 13 of you here? Who knows? Maybe some coward ran away. Suaran laughed arrogantly. I'm just glad you showed up. I'm going to finish you off and take back the dwarf sword without spending a dime. Come on, I taunted my opponent. What if you get killed by your own sword instead? That would be so humiliating. He shouted in anger. What did you say, you bastard? Hyunu is ready for the guild battle. Let's get this started, shall we? He speaks up loudly, thanking everyone for waiting, and expresses his sincere gratitude to all the players present. Let's see how this match goes today. Hyunu's voice echoes from the arena. I guarantee none of you will leave disappointed today. Let's enjoy the show. Youngchan watches intently through the screen. This guy is really something else. Becoming a real celebrity, aren't you? He continues to announce the rules. As you all know, the rules are winner takes all, and the loser gets their character deleted. Youngchan chokes on his drink upon hearing the final announcement. Hyunu starts the team battle. He speaks boldly, addressing the alley leader and the Black Castle Guild. Hyunu points his finger forward, confident and challenging. 1 versus 13. It's time for a massacre. Youngchan mumbles to himself. A team battle? The audience in the stands is astonished. What? Did I hear that right? The person next to him immediately confirms. You didn't mishear anything. He confirms it again. It really is a team battle. The system prompts Suaran. Please select your members for the battle. Suaran is inwardly panicked. What is this bastard plotting? Suaran is confused. He had no chance in a one-on-one fight, so how does he think he can win when all 13 of us are fighting together? Is he still hiding some kind of trick? Hyunu urges them loudly. Make up your mind already. Personally, I'd prefer you all join in at once to get it over with. If you only send a few, the match will end too quickly, and that won't be any fun. Sueron shouts back, angry. Shut your mouth! He calms himself down, determined. I don't care what he's planning. I just need to win. Junggu sits in the stands, watching closely. Yangchan says half-jokingly, If you lose, don't even think about showing your face again. Finally, after a moment of waiting, the match begins. Junggu says excitedly. Guild leader Sueron asks back, he's just observing his equipment. Looks pretty good. If I take him down, can I have it all? He accepts the request. Sure, just leave the dwarf-made sword. Junggu smiles and seals the deal. It's a deal. He mocks the alley leader. You're finished. He acts cocky, relying on his good gear and skills, but says, You know what? There are some things you'll never beat us at. Junggu taunts aggressively. Number 1, level. Number 2, numbers. Do you really think you can handle all 13 of us with levels? Averaging between 70, 80, and 100 like us? Hyunwoo repeats his words. Skills and gear can't beat numbers? He questions him. Then why are you the only one coming at me? Junggu asks, confused. Suddenly, his body is cut through by Hyunwoo's sword before he even realizes it. Sueron, standing behind him, sees it. What just happened? He starts to feel fear. He just one-shot Junggu, the second in command of the guild. Sueron shouts an accusation. You are still talking, that's playing dirty. Hyunwoo retorts. Hasn't the match already started? Seogang tells his teammate next to him. Junggu shouldn't have underestimated this guy. Seowan chimes in. I didn't expect him to be so strong that both of us have to fight. He recognizes the two standing in front of him, the Seo brothers, the double threat duo. He thinks to himself, the most synchronized pair in the guild. If you block the spear, the sword stabs. If you block the sword, you get hit by the spear. Hyunwoo isn't afraid at all. It's over. Alley leader easily grabs their weapons and mocks them. A spear and sword duo? How boring. Hyunwoo says, disappointed. One of you should have attacked my blind spot. But your attacks are too monotonous. With one gentle sword strike, Seogang is easily defeated. Seowan exclaims in surprise. He won? He panics and screams as he is cornered. What? Hyunwoo analyzes his opponent's strategy. A spearman is useless once an opponent gets inside their reach. They immediately get flustered. A moment later, he is also reduced to ashes by Hyunwoo. Hyunwoo is pleased with his dwarf-made sword. Not bad at all, is it? He continues to challenge them. What are you three standing there for? Come on. The audience in the stands roars. They cheer continuously, buzzing with excitement. The alley leader has already taken down 3 people in no time. Maybe he'll actually win. Hyunwoo calculates in his head. I should add some fuel to the fire. He speaks loudly, exposing them. You guys monopolize dungeons and kill other players, but is this all the skill you have? He points his sword at them and speaks with contempt. I bet other than total newbies, you can't beat anyone. Why don't you just GG already? You're going to lose your characters anyway. The audience watching the match cheers, urging them on. Come on! Are you scared? If you're scared, just GG. What are you waiting for? Sueron feels uneasy. The audience has started to side with him. Hyunwoo analyzes the opponent's psychology. Launching a preemptive strike when fighting many opponents is extremely important. Once you take down the first one and show off your peak skills, the rest will start to panic. He confidently concludes. Even if they were confident in winning before, they'll start to get cold feet and make more mistakes. Sueron glares in surprise and looks at his teammates. Let's all jump him together. I still have 10 people left. He smiles brightly and provokes them. You think I'll give you time to set up your formation? Hyunwoo thinks to himself. If they can't coordinate in time. Basically, this is no different from fighting many one-on-one matches at once. He feels incredibly satisfied. This is the price you pay for messing with me. You're all going to be material for my video. Everyone present at the match is stunned. Another series of bright blue sword flashes overlap. Piercing through the fighter's armor, another member of the Black Castle Guild falls by his hand. Hyunwoo warns them. Now, there's only 3 of you left. Sueron desperately screamed, trying to rally his team. Don't give up! If we win, none of our accounts get deleted. Once we beat you, it's game over for you. Toru dropped his sword and let out a weary sigh. I surrender. Sueron immediately demanded, What are you doing? We can still win. Turu replied, his voice heavy with resignation. You know as well as I do, Guildmaster. Continuing this is just going to bring more humiliation upon us. GT, trembling, added, I want to stop here too. Suoran tried to stop them. Wait, she sighed, opening up. Being so obsessed with leveling and items, I've forgotten how to enjoy the arena like I used to. GT reminisced. I miss the fun we used to have, back when we played just for the joy of it. I want to go back to those days. She made her decision firmly. I surrender. Suoran felt a bitter sting in his heart. How did it end up like this? He reflected to himself. When I first founded the guild, I just wanted to have fun hunting with the younger guys. Suoran questioned himself. Since when did the joy of leveling up turn into this obsession? This need to be stronger at any cost? A bitter thought echoed in his mind. And since when? Did our Black Tower Guild turn into the villains of this story? The audience in the stands erupted in a collective roar. Take him down! Finish him! Wipe out the Black Tower Guildmaster! Hyunwoo watched, uneasy and skeptical. I can't believe they're actually surrendering. What if people claim this was all staged just because I won too easily? Suoran suddenly stepped forward, making Hyunwoo flinch. The Guildmaster was heavy with regret. As the leader, he took the blame for everything that had transpired. I will end this battle myself, Suoran declared defiantly. The Black Tower Guild won't end here, alley leader. He spoke with firm resolve. Even if we lose our accounts, it's not the end of the road. We will rebuild from scratch, Suoran asserted firmly. And next time we meet, the Black Tower won't be the villains in your story. Hyunwoo teased back. That's surprising. I didn't think you still had the will to fight. His tone turned calm and sincere. Thanks for staying with me. Looking back on the match between the alley leader and the Black Tower, despite being outnumbered, Kong Hyunwoo had claimed victory. From that day on, the name alley leader spread like wildfire, and he became known as the embodiment of justice. Hyunwoo held his head high after his glorious win. You have won the duel, the system confirmed, adding that he'd received his rewards under the winner-takes-all rule. Everyone noticed that because of this incident, many people had started paying attention to Hyunwoo. Yoongu spoke calmly, though clearly disappointed. I didn't expect much, but I can't believe they failed so miserably. He mused aloud. Alley leader, huh? Yoongu coldly threatened. Annihilating the guild under our command. You will definitely pay for this. Hyunwoo muttered to himself with a smirk. Jackpot. Big jackpot. Kale was watching the match from an outdoor cafe. He seemed quite satisfied with Hyunwoo's performance. Mr. G asked, Is this what you were looking forward to? Kale watched the match unfold. He went solo against 13 players in a character deletion bet. So this is what Melagos considers a big job? He exclaimed, impressed. If you had told me you were planning to participate in a character deletion match, I might have stopped you. But seeing how the whole community is going wild over you, you've certainly made quite a name for yourself. Kale felt proud of his choice. He had achieved his own goals and secured a decent profit. That decision really wasn't bad at all. The waiter spoke politely. Here's your crepe, sir. Kale smiled and thanked him, thinking, I wonder how much more you'll surprise me in the future. I'm really looking forward to it, Mr. G. Hyunwoo sat on the sofa, his face scrunched up in annoyance. Yang Chan, standing nearby, asked, What's wrong? Wasn't the contract and the Black Tower situation handled smoothly? Hyunwoo grumbled, Look at this. He pointed to the TV, shocked. On the screen was the Golden Eagle, low-key. The reporter asked, Or should I call you Jung Hanbek? The man replied with a relaxed tone, As long as you recognize me, you can call me whatever you want. Senior? Yang Chan said, his voice full of disbelief. Since when? Jung Hanbek debuts as a pro gamer. Hyunwoo stared at the TV screen, his eyes burning with hatred. I wonder if I would have forgotten about getting my revenge if I hadn't seen his face. I've made my decision. Hyunwoo was filled with determination. My top priority now is to become a pro gamer. He spoke with ironclad resolve, so that I can destroy him in the arena. Hyunwoo declared firmly, I can't afford to be lazy anymore. I have to keep honing my skills and get stronger. I'm logging in, Yang Chan exclaimed in shock. Huh? He worried for Hyunwoo. Are you planning to live in that game all day? A massive, sturdy wooden gate appeared in the stone wall at the south of the capital. Brick. The main gate. Hyunwoo frowned, silently contemplating. I just finished dealing with the Black Tower Guild. Finally, I can actually start on the main scenario quest. Not many people even know about the fourth main scenario. If I gather all the intel, I could end up hogging the fifth one all to myself. Tongyi exclaimed excitedly. If I want to track down those black mages in Brick, I'm gonna have to go up against the Andes. Better off teaming up with a priest. But I've got no one to ask for help. I guess I'll have to fly solo for now. You aren't alone, you thick-headed master. You've still got me here. Hyunwoo tilted his head, still deep in thought. The problem is, I don't even know where to start in Breaker. He shouted in frustration. Stop ignoring me. I know the layout of the southern cemetery like the back of my hand. And the black hole is located in the north. The black hole is a popular hunting ground because you get a ton of EXP from taking out those Scotland hewn mobs. Wu sighed dejectedly. But ever since those poisonous ghouls showed up, they've been a pain to kill, so not many players go there anymore. Where the hell am I supposed to go? The cemetery was freezing, the landscape filled with barren trees and large stone crosses. A wave of anxiety washed over him. He had come to this graveyard specifically to avoid being bothered by anyone. Just as he was starting the main scenario, things took a turn for the worse. Seokjong walked up hurriedly behind him and called out, "Hey, why are you trying to do this alone? I told you it's better if we go together." Hyunwoo kept walking without saying a word, feeling annoyed inside. How the hell did this guy manage to tail him? He recalled what the guy said earlier. He was half Korean, half Chinese, and was building up a farm. His name was Kim Seok-jong. He suddenly had a vague realization. Wait, that guy in the goofy-looking outfit. Isn't he the alley boss? Hyunwoo felt uneasy. He realized he'd been at Namdaemun and the guy had started following him. Seok-jong gave him a questioning look. Hey, were you just going to leave me behind? Are you planning to ditch me? He replied coldly. Hardly. I was just planning to hunt in the cemetery, so goodbye. Hyunwoo thought irritably. Damn it, I really want to just dump this guy. But he didn't want rumors about some loser floating around the community. Seok-jong grabbed his sleeve and pulled him back. Are you planning to hunt ghouls too? Hyunwoo admitted honestly. Yeah, I was. Not many people go there, so it's the perfect spot to grind levels. He thought, shocked. He pulled me back that easily, even though my strength stat is already over 200. How many points did this guy dump into strength? Is he hiding just how much he's invested in his strength stat? He lowered his voice and asked bluntly. Don't tell me. You're planning to hunt black mages, are you? Seok-jong raised his voice, acting mysterious and curious. How did I know? That's a secret. A secret, huh? Hyunwoo wondered. How does he know about my quest? Is he doing the main scenario too? Seok-jong excitedly made an offer. I've got business with the black mages too, so let's go together. Besides, I know where they are, so I don't think you'd leave me behind, right? Hyunwoo was startled. You know where the black mages are hiding? Seok-jong said smugly. Obviously. I suggested this because I know how strong you are. And as for me, I've already mastered my second class. Hyunwoo stammered. You have? Hyunwoo panicked, weighing his options. He was a bit suspicious because he wouldn't gain anything from dragging him along. But if the guy wanted to kill him, he would have done it already. He calculated his exit strategy. If things went south, he'd just have to run for it. Hyunwoo smiled and agreed. All right, let's go together. Smart choice, kid, Seok-jong said in approval, leading him in front of a cross-shaped tombstone. He said with certainty, The black mage's hideout is right here, Hyunwoo asked suspiciously. It's just a grave, though? Seok-jong answered calmly. Why the rush? Just be patient and wait a second, kid. Hyunwoo looked surprised at the gear on his hands. It was the gauntlets given to Liru Buddhists. Seok-jong confirmed. You know about them? That's right. This is a reward from that class. Hyunwoo revealed. The famous secondary class, Liru Buddhist. The most devout Buddhists belong to the Sun Temple. Seok-jong clenched his fists, wrapped in the iron gauntlets, to smash the cross-shaped tombstone. He thought to himself, there are a dozen ridiculous requirements for that. If you aren't recognized by the head priest, you can't even change your class. Rumor has it, not many people are actually suited for this class. Hyunwoo whispered to himself. I guess that makes sense, because he's clearly no ordinary player either. He signaled, Hey kid, the entrance is open. Let's go down. A ferocious ghoul with a gaunt, grayish-blue face appeared, but with just one punch, Seokjong destroyed it easily. Hyunwoo stood there, stunned, sweat beading on his temple. He watched from behind, thinking. As expected of a Liru Buddhist, every hit is effortless, but packed with power. He was still bothered by something. I've never even heard of a guy named Kim Seokjong. How can he be this strong without having any reputation at all? Hyunwoo refocused on his goal. This isn't the time to be fanboying over him. My top priority is the main scenario. He silently admired Hyunwoo's combat style. Your movements are so fluid. Seokjong frowned and complained. That guy, Younggu, he said he was curious about the person who wiped out the hack guild all by themselves. So, in the end, they made me hunt him down. He said excitedly, Well, this is pretty promising, isn't it? I'm starting to like this. No, I don't know when those 3 ghouls climbed onto Seokjong, but he didn't even need to break a sweat to take them down easily. He said with interest, So that's the alleyway boss, huh? I don't know what to do with you. The apprentice dark mage wheezed, lying on the floor in absolute terror, blood trickling from the corner of his mouth as he spoke weakly. Damn adventurers! He shrieked in fear. No, Hyunwoo stood tall, thinking to himself that perhaps since the guy was only an apprentice, it wouldn't affect the mission progress at all. He spoke up in praise. Well done, Hyungnim. Seokjong replied. You too, kid. Hyunwoo had his own calculations. Even though the dark mage had been eliminated, the mission wasn't over yet. Since the target count for the mission is indefinite, it means we have to take out even more. He turned to look at Seokjong, pondering. But all in all, at least they had just taken down one dark mage. But how on earth was he going to get away from this guy? Hyunwoo was conflicted inside. What do I do now? He thought it through carefully. Based on his individual skills, the guy was probably a top ranker. So maybe it was better to just keep things friendly. Seokjong looked serious, thinking to himself, He seems quite cautious. If I invite him to join the guild now, he'll definitely be suspicious. If he happens to be in a guild already, that would be so embarrassing. I have to make a good impression. Hyunwoo made an excuse to leave. Oh no, what do I do? I have to go now. I'll be late for my hunting appointment with my friend, he said calmly. Oh, then you'd better get going, the man replied. Friends are important, right? If you've got plans, I won't hold you up. Hyunwoo ran off in a hurry, not forgetting to say goodbye. Thanks for your help, Hyungnim. Seokjong just watched as Hyunwoo's back gradually disappeared. He sighed softly and rubbed his head. I didn't even have the courage to say it. I'm such a loser. Seokjong opened his screen, the pale blue light reflecting on his face as he said sternly, Guildmaster, it's me. Seokjong firmly gave his orders. Younggu, stop investigating the alleyway boss. He gasped. Why all of a sudden? Seokjong coldly emphasized, When I say stop, you stop. Do you want me to repeat myself? And drop any thoughts of revenge or anything like that. Seokjong smirked, his eyes full of confidence. That kid is about to become my subordinate. The next time we meet, I'll definitely make you join my family. A system that introduces the arena streaming platform. It even integrates a sensory reconstruction feature. Digital simulation. The service price will be set by the uploader, and everyone will be able to pay and experience the sensations of the arena video, right in their own Coopers. It was a high-tech feature that allowed players to experience the video from every angle. Hyunwoo clicked on the screen and exclaimed in surprise, No way, the video of the Black Tower battle already has this many views already? He gasped in shock. 1,800,000 views and 10,000 sensory reconstructions? Hyunwoo's eyes widened. Each sensory reconstruction equals 50 cents. If I multiply that by 10,000, he felt a rush of joy in his heart. That means just one video made $5,000. He folded his arms and looked back at the Cooper device. The device, shaped like a horizontal egg, had a translucent turquoise lid with a storage chamber inside. Youngchan walked in from outside and said affectionately, Hyunwoo, what do you want to eat? He could only utter 3 words in his head. What the hell? Inside the room, Hyunwoo was on his knees, bowing in front of the gaming device. He was stepping into the world of Arena once again. He was staring intently at the screen, confirming his mission. So, exactly how many dark mages do I have to take down? A notification appeared on the screen. Eliminate the dark mage. Hyunwoo wondered aloud. Since the number is indefinite, does that mean I have to take down 2, 3, or even 10 of them? Hyunwoo looked up to observe his surroundings and made an assessment. The black cave is really crowded. Hyunwoo thought anxiously. I'm already pretty famous. What if someone recognizes me? A voice suddenly called out, "Oh, look!" It was a girl's voice. "Isn't that Hyunwoo Appa?" He felt smug inside. I knew some female fan would recognize me sooner or later. Hyunwoo turned his head completely, his eyes wide open. "Huh?" she said excitedly. "See, I told you it was him. I told you." The friend next to her praised her. "You're the best." He was startled to realize it was Yuji and Youngjun. She greeted him happily. "It's been a while, hasn't it? I didn't think we'd run into each other here." Youngjun asked enthusiastically. "Hyung, how have you been lately?" Hyunwoo stammered. "Long time no see, huh?" He stood there awkwardly. What kind of joke is this? Hyunwoo thought in confusion. Who would have thought I'd run into Yuji here? Yuji looked at him with concern. "Appa, what's wrong? Are you hurt somewhere?" Hyunwoo recalled the past. When Yuji and Youngjun were little, they were all very close, but the reason he was quite intimidated by Yuji wasn't just because she was Yangchan's sister. She took his arm and tilted her head. "Appa, I heard you're living at my second brother's house, right?" Hyunwoo replied awkwardly. Yeah," Yuji said happily. "That means you've become part of my family now, right?" He revealed the old story, because previously, Yuji had confessed her feelings to him. Hyunwoo thought in fear. I barely dodged that back then, but later on, her actions made him unable to handle it. He stammered. About that." Youngjun frowned in annoyance and said, "Nuna." He reminded Yuji to stop teasing him. "He's blushing." She turned back and said playfully, "Nah, I only think of you as a friend." Youngjun tilted his head and probed. "Hyung, are you here at the Black Cave to hunt? You sent us an invitation saying you couldn't go together, so do you want to join our party instead?" Hyunwoo asks the party, and Youngjun confidently replies, "Our party has 3 members. My friend here is the warrior. Trust us, we'll carry you." Yuji adds warmly, "Let's go hunting, big brother." Hyunwoo thinks to himself, "Wait, they don't know I'm the boss of the alley, or about my glorious past either." He makes a decision. Ahai-chan always takes care of me, so playing with these kids for a bit is the least I can do to pay him back. Hyunwoo nods decisively. "All right, it's a deal then. I'll count on you guys to carry me." The 3 of them shout in unison, "Let's do this!" Hyunwoo takes the lead, sword in hand, ready for combat. Before he can even make a move, the 2 undead in front of them are already taken down. He turns around, nodding with a firm gaze, silently praising their skills. "Not bad at all. At first, I was skeptical about a 3-person party, but at this rate, I think we can even conquer the level 90 undead dungeon." Hyunwoo watches their fighting skills closely. Jangjun's arrows are always precise. The kid can even pull off rapid-fire shots, 1 kill per arrow. He notes silently, while Yuji is constantly calculating the timing, to make sure the blessing buffs don't wear off. Getting those buffs up wasn't easy in the first place, and she even manages to time the shield buffs perfectly. He smiles confidently. "I think I can let these 2 help me with the mission." Yuji screams from a distance, "Shield!" She runs over, worriedly asking, "Big brother, stop spacing out! You're getting hurt!" After a non-stop battle, the undead are finally wiped out. Jangjun and Yuji look surprised. Hyunwoo shares his upcoming mission. He needs to eliminate the dark mages, and the irregular dungeon will appear inside this black cavern. He quietly decides, better keep it quiet that this is a main scenario mission. Hyunwoo curiously asks, "How many hours are you 2 planning to play today?" Jangjun politely replies, "About 8 hours." Hyunwoo nods. "That should be enough." Hyunwoo offers, "What do you think? Do you 2 want to join?" Yuji immediately agrees. "Yes." Jangjun excitedly declares, "The rewards for an irregular dungeon are never mediocre. We definitely have to go." Hyunwoo flashes a bright smile. "Let's give it our all then." He thinks triumphantly. Real hell is waiting for you 2 ahead. The battle begins. 1 hour passes, then 3, and finally, it drags on for 7 hours. Jangjun calls out shakily, "Hyunwoo Hyung!" "What is it? We've been looking for that dungeon for 7 hours straight now." Are you sure it's going to appear? He says tiredly. I feel like we've cleared out the entire cavern already. He wonders to himself. It really should be around here. Hyunwoo suggests. Let's take a break. He admits internally that he used to hunt all day long without issue, but the kid really is exhausted. Hyunwoo is a bit surprised, but notices Yuji doesn't look tired at all. Is she a natural at the arena? Jongjun flops down onto the stone floor. I can't go on. Let's rest a bit, Hyung. Suddenly, he falls backward. A system notification pops up. You have discovered the apprentice Dark Mage's laboratory. Confirm entry? Hyunwoo says proudly, Good job, Jongjun. Cold, dark stairs lead down to what's called the laboratory, where Adele is busy working at a desk. His hands move incessantly. He speaks sinisterly. If this research is recognized, I'll be promoted to a Dark Mage, Adele declares aggressively. Once I succeed, I'll expand my undead army and take revenge on those who dared to look down on me. He laughs maniacally. This is just the first step in my master plan. Hyunwoo speaks up, shattering his joy. You're the one who created those undead, aren't you? He smirks mockingly. Thanks for spilling your entire plan, by the way. Adele steps back in shock. How did you get in here? Hyunwoo, sword in hand, says confidently, We're all tired. So let's wrap this up quickly. He laughs viciously. You cowardly adventurers will regret daring to step into my lab. Adele raises his hand, ordering the summon of BP, a beast-type monster. Fierce, with glowing blue eyes, it smashes through the wall into the center of the room. All three are stunned, staring at it. Adele shouts in excitement, Become food for my masterpiece, the Great Bone Bear, BP. Tear them to pieces. Hyunwoo divides the tasks. I'll handle the bear. You two take down the Dark Mage. Yuji screams a warning. Hyung, watch out. It's charging from behind to ambush you. BP unleashes a powerful attack, creating a blinding flash of light aimed straight at Hyunwoo. Yuji shouts, Oppa! BP roars ferociously, its blue eyes glowing with terrifying power. Frustrated, it watches its prey slip away. Hyunwoo reassures his teammates, Don't worry, but this scorpion... No, wait. This monster might not even be his full strength. Can't take this lightly. The glowing blue eyes stare straight ahead, full of menace. Yuji stammers in shock. That is, it looks up at the sky and lets out a savage roar that shakes the air. A notification appears. Great Bone Bear uses skill, Intimidation. He is stunned. It can use Intimidation? Information is updated. Due to the effect of combat spirit, the Great Bone Bear's intimidation is neutralized. He thinks in surprise. Intimidation is a crowd control skill. It's a wide-range skill that only high-level monsters can use. If the worst comes to the worst, we could all be wiped out by that thing. Are they going to be okay? Hyunwoo asks in surprise. Then Adele speaks up arrogantly. So, what do you think of BB's skills? An arrow is fired at high speed, becoming nothing more than a blur as it streaks straight toward him. Adele is struck in the chest, his face blank with agony. Yuji and Jongjun are vaguely hidden in the dust and smoke. Hyunwoo is full of admiration. Awesome! Yuji, you timed the pressure skill perfectly. And you realized it was a crowd control skill, so you immediately used immunity on Jongjun. He feels proud, thinking, My senses are really top-notch. It stands tall, witnessing everything. Adele collapses to the floor. He gasps, whispering, BB. It recalls the days of its youth. From now on, your name is BB. Eat well and grow up fast, okay, BB? It looks up to the sky, mourning for its master. BB goes completely berserk, its eyes blazing with uncontrollable rage. Jongjun asks in a panic, What's going on? Is it furious because its master is dead? He coldly decides, Round 2 then? Guess I should summon my ultimate weapon. Hyunwoo raises his hand and shouts, Summon Tangi. It speaks up heroically. Summoning me? You're asking for trouble, you block-headed master. No need to worry because I'm here. He suddenly lowers his voice. Sorry for the trouble. Tangi hops around, urging him, Hurry up and finish off that hideous thing, you block-headed master. He replies, I know. Give me a boost. A system notification pops up. Obtained Bear's Soul. Stamina and strength increased. Receive the blessing of the forest. Defense increased. HP will continuously recover. Hyunwoo lunges straight at Bibi, his sword glowing with blue light, ready for a head-on confrontation. Yuji hugs Tangi tightly. "You're so cute." Yangjun steps forward and asks gently, "Are you Hyunwoo's pet?" She asks in a soft tone, "What's your name?" He replies in an annoyed voice, "I am Tangi. Let me go, human. Yuji likes you so much. You're so cute. Do you want to come with us?" Tangi desperately cries for help. "Block-headed master, save me." Hyunwoo grumbles while fighting. "Can't you guys see I'm in the middle of a battle? You just stand there playing after taking out the dark mage?" Hyunwoo says tensely, "Let's finish this thing quickly." He upgrades his strength, activating the power of the Titan. His attack power increases instantly. Hyunwoo delivers a massive blow to Bibi's critical spot and leaps high, preparing for the finishing move. Hyunwoo swings his sword, creating a series of lightning-fast slashes. Bibi's body loses its strength and topples to the ground in pain. Adele watches in agony as his pet is defeated. He gasps his final words in his heart, "Bibi." It uses its last ounce of strength, trying to reach out to Adele. The ending is truly touching. Hyunwoo exclaims in surprise, "Oh?" The system rings. "Congratulations," he says excitedly. "Awesome. Mission accomplished." Details: eliminate dark mages, 2 out of 2. Return to LeBron to hand in the results and complete the mission. Received Adele's research notebook. Youngjun looks excited. "Hyung, what about these items that dropped?" he asks with interest. "What did you get?" She replies, "The dark mage dropped a staff and a mage's skill book, and the bear dropped a weird orb." Youngjun adds, "I'm not sure what it is either. Try appraising it." Hyunwoo receives the red orb, curious in his heart. He is thrilled. "I can't believe I got this here." "So awesome," Hyunwoo happily declares. "I only need this orb, that's enough. You two take the rest." Yuji says shyly, "Is that really okay? It was your mission, after all." Youngjun stammers a bit. "You did all the hard work." He explains happily, "It's fine. Just think of it as a gift from me. It's been a long time since we last met anyway." Youngjun and Yuji call out to him with emotion, "Oh, Ba-hyung." Hyunwoo says his goodbyes. "It's getting late. Let's log out." Youngjun obediently replies, "Okay." It goes without saying that to Kang Hyunwoo, that orb was more than worth it. He returns to the city and heads to the fortress where 2 guards are standing watch. LeBron is already waiting there. "You're back?" "Faster than I thought," he asks in a serious tone. "What did you find out?" Hyunwoo explains, "This is the Dark Mage's research notebook." LeBron carefully looks at the notebook in his hand. "His Majesty will surely be pleased with this," he says to Hyunwoo. "Well, let's get ready to go." He is startled. "Huh? What do you mean?" He turns his head and says gently, "We must go and have an audience with His Majesty. You're the one investigating this case, after all. If you don't go, who's going to report back to him?" Hyunwoo stammered. "The Emperor?" The story goes that in the 3 years since the arena opened, no one had been allowed to set foot inside the Yuzma Imperial Palace. That's why there were always so many guilds loitering around LeBron's estate, because they believed he had ties to the main scenario. And they were right. Thanks to that, the first player to step into the Imperial Palace finally appeared. A notification sound rang out. "Obtain title, the first to enter the Imperial Palace." Hyunwoo looked around, his expression slightly dazed. "So this is the Imperial Palace." He turned to LeBron, who encouraged him. "Don't be so tense. His Majesty is a refined man. Even if he seems prickly, he's always full of grace and tolerance." Hyunwoo bowed his head and replied, "I understand, Sir LeBron." In his heart, he didn't agree. "Prickly? And is it that obvious that I'm nervous?" Hyunwoo smirked to himself, thinking, "Since the Yuzma Palace is the focal point of the main scenario, I wonder how many high-quality items the Emperor will reward me with." LeBron spoke up, introducing him. "This is the main hall, where His Majesty sits. He already knows you're an adventurer, so there's no need to be overly formal." LeBron nodded and gestured. "All right, you can go in now." His face turned a bit pale, and he whispered to himself, "This is where the Emperor sits." He was sitting regally, waiting on the throne. Alexander smiled brightly. "You've arrived, LeBron." Hyunwoo looked up, thinking, "That's the Emperor? He's younger than I expected." LeBron bowed respectfully. Your Majesty, this adventurer is the one who investigated the truth behind the incident in Brick. He widened his eyes, observing him from head to toe. Alexander spoke, mocking. Is this the errand boy adventurer standing in for you? The system displayed. You are paralyzed by the authority of domination. Hyunwoo's face turned pale with fear. What is this? I can't move. He trembled, whispering, It's just like the pressure I felt when I met Raccoon. No, it's even stronger. A chill went down his spine at the power the Emperor possessed. Just what kind of monster will he become in the future? LeBron bowed his head, saying with restraint, Your Majesty, this is no time for jokes. Hyunwoo, still pale, whispered to himself, Huh? I can move again. Alexander spoke in a cold voice. LeBron, do you think I look like I'm joking? He suddenly vanished from the throne and appeared instantly in front of LeBron. Are you ready to pay the price for your insubordination? LeBron remained completely silent, his cold gaze unwavering. He glared back, retorting, You were the one who summoned us here. But now you're starting to play games? What is this? Pay the price? Are you trying to challenge the title of a god? Alexander was stunned as he heard LeBron glare at him. Hyunwoo frowned, wondering, LeBron, is he always like this? What the hell is wrong with this crazy empire? Hyunwoo suspiciously thought to himself, If I recall correctly, while searching for information related to the main scenario, I saw a few things about these two guys as well. The story of the Emperor of Yuzma, Alexander, who was currently annoyed, questioning, Then why are you always hiding at home? Huh? You damn bastard, get to work! And the strongest knight of the empire, LeBron, laughed loudly, replying, You think you can threaten me? As a duke, I have the right to be lazy. As for the Emperor, you're the one who has to worry about all the work. Both were students of the captain of the Imperial Knights. Basically, they were friends, which is why they could argue so freely. Get to work, that's your job. Hyunwoo was speechless watching them. One is an emperor, the other a duke. Yet the way they talked was no different from market vendors yelling at each other. He helplessly spoke up. Can I leave now? The two of them hesitated, finally realizing, right. I forgot about you. A moment later, Alexander smiled and opened. It's good that you've arrived, young adventurer. I summoned you here because I have a task I want to entrust to you. However, the imperial budget isn't exactly overflowing, so evaluating your skills is necessary. Hyunwoo was surprised to hear that. Now he's acting normal again. He continued, I will test if you are suitable for this task, or not. A task was immediately proposed, requiring proof of competence. Alexander casually gave the requirement. It's simple. Just show me how impressive you can be. You have 2 weeks. That means the test will end in 15 days. If you exceed the deadline without any results, don't expect to see me a second time. Facing this, Hyunwoo was secretly glad. Another hidden quest? How lucky can I get? If I win 100 battles, can I earn the Emperor's trust? No problem. Immediately after, he bowed respectfully. If you permit me, I will demonstrate all of my skills. Back to reality, Yang Chan asked in surprise. So you completed a main scenario by yourself? He spoke with a hint of jealousy. I'm glad you finished the main scenario. I'm glad the main scenario was completed by you. But you didn't even need my help. I'm a bit jealous. It was too easy for you, wasn't it? Hyunwoo scratched his head and gave a bitter laugh. Ha ha ha. Isn't luck also a kind of ability? He hesitated for a moment, then stopped. But the problem is, according to the plan, after becoming a streamer, I was only going to fight in the arena when organizing events. But now everything has turned out like this. So I think it's best to start streaming in the arena from next Monday. Yang Chan wondered, Then what are you planning to do for the remaining 5 days? He answered honestly. After posting a few promo videos and grinding to level 50, Jung suddenly remembered. Hey, I heard you ran into Yuji and Yoongjun? They said you were even giving away items for free. Who told you I said you could stay with me? Hyunwoo replied. They deserve to have them. And I've already found what I was looking for anyway. So it's really no big deal. Yang Chan gently scolded the rascal. I hope we can witness it once more. The golden age of a legendary chairman. Hyunwoo looked him in the eye with anticipation and flashed a smile, bumping his fist to show he meant it. Of course, just wait and see. The scene shifted to a lush green forest. Hyunwoo was looking at the magic manipulation book in his hands with delight. He muttered, "It really was a good call to sign a contract with Nai. This thing is worth a fortune," he said to Tengi. "This skill book I got from signing with Nai. 60 points in magic is enough. Time to put it to good use." After saying that, Hyunwoo grabbed his sword and started training, pointing the tip straight toward the high sky. In the blink of an eye, a massive amount of aura gathered. Hyunwoo unleashed a single slash that instantly tore through the air. He cheered with excitement. "Let's go! Now I'm a true sword master!" Tengi saw this and excitedly ran over. "Hey, Blockhead Master! Didn't you say you had something for me?" Hyunwoo immediately pulled out the core of the Great Bear. "Oh, you mean this?" Tengi was stunned and asked, "The core! Give it to me, fast!" Hyunwoo purposely teased him. "Call me Master right now, and I'll give it to you." Without a second thought, he shouted it 3 times. "Master! Master! Master!" Tengi was fired up and threatening. "Fear me now! Blockhead Master! I've become powerful!" Hyunwoo snapped, annoyed. "I told you to drop the blockhead part!" Looking at the stat board popping up one after another, he froze for a second, breathless. It even picked up a new skill. Isn't it leveling up way too fast? Its stats are even higher than mine now. Tengi immediately hopped down to the ground, grinning wickedly. "I think it's time to change the power dynamic. Blockhead Master, are you ready to serve me for the rest of your life?" Before he could finish, he gathered a massive amount of power in his hand and glared at him. Hyunwoo, irritated, gave him a solid knock on the head. "I told you to just call me Master." The day of Hyunwoo's stream was getting closer, and his channel subscriptions were skyrocketing. His new video, The Bear Massacre, had already hit 500,000 views. The number of likes and interactions also climbed, and Hyunwoo's pockets were getting warmer by the day. The video with the most views was a 1-minute clip posted alongside the others. That video announced the date of Hyunwoo's debut as a streamer and teased his upcoming matches. A rumor began to spread among those watching the video. They were all buzzing about it. The alley boss says his debut will be a 100-game winning streak in the arena. 100 wins, 0 losses. Is the arena leaderboard about to be turned upside down? Elsewhere, loud laughter echoed next to a monster's corpse. Goak-John praised his junior with satisfaction. "You really know how to make people laugh, Young." Gu asked, "Do you really think the alley boss can create a miracle?" He calmly asserted, "Of course. It won't be long before he reaches your level, too." He continued with anticipation. "Hearing you say that, I want to try sparring with him." Goak-John asked smugly. "He said he'd go on a 100-game undefeated streak. Do you think you could take him down?" He had strong faith in him. Meanwhile, Tengi was continuously unleashing Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt! Thunderbolt! A level-up notification rang out immediately. Hyunwoo, soaked in sweat, wiped his forehead and let out a sigh of relief. He shouted joyfully, "I finally hit level 50. Tengi sat nearby, exhausted, complaining. "Blockhead Master, I want to take a break," Hyunwoo said with a bit of disappointment. "But Thunderbolt is such a killer skill, though it does eat up a lot of mana." "Fine, let's rest." He clenched his fist with anticipation. All his gear had been upgraded. Now the preparations for him were complete. Suddenly a giant bird swooped down. Hyunwoo jumped back in shock, stunned to realize it was a PK delivery agent. The opponent said with a grin, "PK." Seeing the small chest in his hand, Hyunwoo asked suspiciously. A small letter from Kale appeared. "To the alley boss. This is a small gift from my boss. It's not related to the contract, so I hope you like it. P.S. I'm really looking forward to Melagod's return." Hyunwoo opened the chest with a confused look. A shiny set of armor appeared. He quickly put on the outfit and said with satisfaction, "The Black Panther set I used back when I was Melagod." He sent it? The arena stream. The requirement to enter the arena rankings is 20 wins, so I just need 80 more wins. He firmly declared, "Number 1 in the arena, Melagod, let the whole server know about the return of the legend." There was a time when countless platforms for streaming crashed. Along with the development of virtual reality games, many issues arose regarding the transmission of information from PC streams, such as latency issues. The time delay in relaying information wasn't resolved, and eventually the stock prices of many streaming platforms plummeted. But then there was one company that bought out all those platforms. That was the Quincy Company, the developer of the game Arena. Their leader spoke up. Do you all only want to watch streams through a screen? Don't you want to watch them inside the cuber? This statement from the Quincy Company created a revolution in the streaming industry. And so, the system that allowed for live streaming inside the cuber began to flourish. And on top of that, the Quincy Company has cut the commission fees they used to take from streamer sponsorships. And now, sponsorships are paid in Arena Gold instead of cash. During the 2 years Hyunwoo was enlisted, this was the exact reason Arena stayed at the top of the industry. Looking at the system screen, Hyunwoo exclaimed in surprise, "It hasn't even started yet? Thousands of people are already in the waiting room for the stream. I didn't expect so many people for my very first stream. I'm starting to get a little nervous," he thought. Carefully, he put on his mask and stepped forward with determination. "Let's do this." The live stream began and comments flooded in. "I've been waiting for ages. Ali Boss, hello! Ali Boss, hello! Ali Boss, watching you fight those guys is so satisfying. Let's get started." Hyunwoo cheered excitedly. "Hello everyone, I'm a new streamer, and my name is Ali Boss." He thought to himself nervously. Ali Boss's first stream has officially begun. At that moment, several gold notifications popped up, startling him. Hyunwoo's eyes widened as he added, "Thank you, Jack Love You and Saigon Rich Kid for the gold." He asked suspiciously, "These sudden sponsorships, are these what Sang-chan was talking about?" He fondly recalled his advice. "You might not be used to it at first, but everything officially starts when you receive gold and start building a fan club." Hyunwoo murmured to himself, "Sang-chan, I guess it really has started." The viewers were shocked, chatting. "He just started and he's already getting showered with gold? He's making Ali Boss look so cool." Trembling slightly, he spoke up. "As I announced, I will try to win 100 matches in a row in the arena during this, first stream." Some people commented mockingly, "What makes him think he can win 100 in a row? Easy as pie, huh? With Ali Boss's class, it should be a breeze." Hyunwoo carefully introduced his profile. "This is my current level in class. I will be proceeding with this level 50 character as announced." Seeing this, they were surprised. "Wow, level 50, really? What level were the previous videos recorded at? It'll be hard to win 100 in a row." "The level's too low," Hyunwoo confidently announced. "Now I will enter the arena. The arena only has one mode, one-on-one combat inside the massive Roman-style Colosseum. The winner gets promoted, the loser gets demoted. These are ranked matches. Matchmaking is based on internal criteria. If you keep winning, you can get promoted rapidly." A system notification chimed, stopping him. Hyunwoo thought, "The first 20 matches are considered a promotion test. I heard a streamer went from rank 400 million to rank 100 million after winning 20 promotion matches in a row." As he began his ranked match, he felt a bit tense. Promotion matches were so important that people whispered, if you failed one, you'd have to restart your character from scratch. However, Hyunwoo easily parried the opponent's strike, leaving the other player frozen for a second and on the back foot. Hyunwoo's opponent started shaking in fear. What kind of strength is this?" He looked at him, smiling triumphantly. "Usually, when you first enter the arena, you get matched with levels 34 to 10. Of course, this is a piece of cake for me." Meanwhile, at a certain company, the coach burst through the door, calling out, "Manager Woo!" He replied, "What is it?" She asked excitedly, "Have you heard the news yet?" "Ali Boss is actually Kang Hyunwoo," he asked skeptically. "Kang Hyunwoo?" Woojong was stunned. "Kang Hyunwoo? Could it be the Meligoat who refused our offer before?" The coach confirmed, "Yes, it is that Meligoat. Now he's streaming arena content." He asked again, "Can we recruit him this time?" She hesitated and guessed, "That's probably going to be difficult. If he joins another team, can we even handle it? Because if our team only has Hanbak, it might not be enough." Hearing this, Woojong snapped. "I told you not to talk about that here," he worriedly said. "Hanbek's father is a very powerful man. If we offend him, what are we supposed to do?" The coach insisted. "If Ali Boss debuts as a professional gamer, Hanbak won't be able to compete. What then?" Faced with this situation, Wuzhong sighed helplessly. How is the arena match going? She truthfully replied, in no time, he's already won 40 matches in a row. Han Bak stood to the side, trembling with rage. Is that guy called Alley Boss better than me? Meanwhile, Hyunwoo cheered happily. Oh yeah, 50 wins in a row. Exhales heavily, wiping sweat. Whew. Everyone, I've finally cracked the top 100 million. A viewer comment. So boring. I'm only fighting noobs. This is killing me. I'm out. Hyunwoo looked confused, thinking to himself, wait, I've won 50 matches in a row. It's been way too easy. Basically just a practice round. Is that why everyone's getting bored? He wondered. Is there some way to spice things up so the viewers don't get restless? Oh, right. I've seen other streamers taking on special challenges. I'm thinking of trying that out. Does anyone know how to go about it? Right after he asked that, a viewer sent a donation. Hyunwoo scratched his head, confused. I'll take the challenge. What do you have for me? The opponent challenged him to fight his 51st match empty-handed. Hyunwoo was stunned. Fight empty-handed? Are you serious? He asked excitedly. How did you know my left hook is a one-hit KO and my right is an instant kill? Unlike his confidence, the chat started buzzing. He's definitely going to lose his win streak at 50. Thanks for watching the Alley Boss so far, guys. Quickly, Hyunwoo found his next opponent and started the ranked match. He studied the person in front of him, cautious. A spear user, looks like level 70. Everyone, pay close attention to this combat tutorial. Fighting empty-handed isn't actually that hard. His opponent, annoyed, shouted, Empty-handed? Are you trying to throw the match? The spear strike landed with terrifying power, but luckily, Hyunwoo dodged it. The onlookers were wide-eyed in shock. Hyunwoo said confidently, for the first move, you just need to dodge it nice and smooth, and then, you strike their weak point, fast and hard. The opponent was instantly stunned. Hyunwoo seized the moment, unleashing a barrage of attacks. As the opponent reeled from the stun effect, Hyunwoo felt a surge of excitement and clenched his fist. This was it. Hyunwoo delivered a final, decisive blow and shouted, one-hit kill. He watched his opponent fly back, satisfied, and asked the chat, how was that, guys? Hyunwoo winked, smirking. Pretty easy, right? The chat went wild. Professor, that was a legendary lesson. But how are we supposed to replicate that? How is he this good even without weapons? I knew he'd win. One fan donated, unexpectedly. I want to propose a challenge too. Hyunwoo scratched his head, flustered. I'm ready. Hit me with it. Suggest whatever you want. And just like that, his first stream was a massive success. Looking at his quest log, Hyunwoo gasped in surprise. Oh, everyone, you won't believe this. Since I hit a 90 win streak, I got a new quest. If I hit a 100 win streak, I get a special title. The chat flooded with comments. Wait, you get a quest for 90 wins? Big deal. None of us could ever pull that off anyway. I can't even get 3 wins in a row, let alone 100. Another donation popped up, and Hyunwoo cheered. If I finish this quest, I get 10,000 gold? He grinned to himself. 10,000 gold. That's 10 million won. Right after that, Hyunwoo found an opponent. The match started, and the other player was frozen in fear. Hyunwoo didn't hesitate, drawing his sword and charging in. Die! That 10 million won is mine! And just like that, player Kong Hyunwoo claimed another victory. Shortly after, the victory notification echoed again. Hyunwoo laughed wickedly. Hey, my 10 million won. Match 99. Also a win. Exhausted, Hyunwoo wiped his sweat, shouting happily, 99 wins in a row. Just one more, guys. Just one more. I'm almost touching that 10 million won. The audience was speechless. Man, he's a total money grubber. The power of greed is terrifying. Hyunwoo pointed his sword at his final opponent. Let's end this now. Come out, sacrificial lamb, for my 100th win. The next second, he choked on his own words. Wait! Hyunwoo stared in horror. Is that Set Cobra? The forum exploded instantly. If that's Set Cobra, he's got to be over level 110, right? Level 119? He must be in the top million, he thought nervously. The highest level I've faced so far was only 89 or 90, and being over level 100, that means he's likely finished his second job advancement. This guy is going to be dangerous. No other choice. Time to pull out the secret weapon. he thought. Hyunwoo immediately summoned Tong. "Come on out, Tonga," he said excitedly. "Tonga, get in here," Tonga asked innocently. "Master, what is it this time?" The viewers were stunned. "Oh my God, so cute. I'm going to go buy eggs to hatch a pet right now." Hyunwoo was baffled. "What's with this reaction? How come Tang is more popular than me?" Seeing so many donations pouring in, he leaned over and whispered to Tange. "Tange, there are a lot of people watching us right now, so mind your tongue and watch what you say." Startled, he looked around and shouted, Where? Who's watching?" Tange, annoyed, scolded him. "You rotten, smelly master! How dare you try to trick me!" The audience started flooding the chat with comments. "He's angry but still so cute. Shouldn't you let Tangai be a streamer instead? Snipers are just pieces of trash." The ranked match began, and his opponent spat out an insult, muttering to himself, "This is giving me such a headache." Hyunwoo urged, "Tange, hurry up and buff me." Tange sulkily refused. "No, apologize to me first and then I'll buff you." The audience went wild in the comments. Even a brat like him gets a buff? Looks like he's at least in the unique rank after all. Hyunwoo, out of options, said loudly, All right, I'll let you ride the wooden horse later." Satisfied, he replied, "Well, there's no other choice, is there? I told you, you good-for-nothing master, you're useless without me." Immediately, Hyunwoo received the buff. He thought confidently, "With this, I've got more than enough to last 5 minutes." The opponent lunged forward. Hyunwoo managed to block, but before long, he was sent flying by the impact. Hyunwoo tensed up, gritting his teeth. If I didn't have Tange's buff, I would have been finished in a heartbeat. He fought back desperately, staying on edge. Every blow was fast and powerful. Level 110, ranked 1 millionth in the arena. Definitely not just luck. But I still have one ace up my sleeve. Hyunwoo didn't give up. He lunged forward and landed a brutal strike. His opponent couldn't block it and asked in shock, "How did your strength suddenly—" Taking the opening, Hyunwoo dashed in to land the finishing blow, but then realized that slash was too shallow. The opponent exclaimed in shock, "I've been wondering how someone with a level as low as yours could be my opponent. You're actually pretty good. Are you some kind of boosting service?" Hyunwoo gritted his teeth in frustration. Does he think I'm a hired arena grinder? He firmly denied it. "No, I'm a streamer called Alley Boss. I'm currently live, and if I beat you, I can end the stream for today." After saying that, Hyunwoo, filled with killing intent, charged, "So please just lose the match so I can get some rest." As he attacked, he worried. The giant's strength has 2 minutes left. Tenge's buff has 3. If the effects wear off, my chances of winning will be slim to none. It's a shame I have so few skills right now. Outside of my stun and heavy strike, if I just had a flash step skill, I could fight comfortably. When the opponent was pushed into a corner, he roared in fury, "You bastard! You're getting too arrogant!" Without hesitation, he unleashed a furious attack. Hyunwoo panicked. "Sword energy? What do I do? It's too late to dodge. But if I try to block it, I'm definitely going to lose." Suddenly, an idea flashed through his mind. "There's only one way." Hyunwoo instantly intercepted the blow. In the next second, he skillfully redirected the sword. The sight before him left the opponent stunned. He actually blocked my heavy strike? Just as his opponent left an opening, Hyunwoo decisively landed the final blow. As soon as he touched the ground, his opponent fell. A victory notification rang out, and the exhausted Hyunwoo sighed in relief. 2. What an intense match! The audience immediately buzzed. "Alley Boss, what kind of creature are you? Not even human. Level 50 and you took down a level 100? Still, snipers are just pieces of trash." He trembled and thought to himself, "I'm so exhausted. I can't believe I've been streaming for 10 hours straight. Gotta turn off the stream, take a bath, and go to sleep." Just then, a notification popped up. He looked blankly. "Huh?" Hyunwoo cheered happily. "You win. I'm donating 10,000 gold." "Oh, thank you for the 9,999 gold," he thought joyfully. All my exhaustion just melted away. This is the power of money! Tangai stood to the side, backing away in fear. What is this rotten master muttering about? Has he lost his mind? Hyunwoo continued. That's it for today. I'm ending the stream here. The next stream will be at 6 o'clock on Friday. Everyone, be sure to tune in. As soon as he finished, he vanished, leaving the audience feeling cheated. Donated 10,000 gold and didn't even get a show in return? Bring Tange back before you leave. Yeah, snipers are still pieces of trash. That night, in an apartment building, Hunwoo collapsed on the sofa. Oh my god, I'm dying of exhaustion. This is definitely not something to be taken lightly. Youngchan walked over and asked, Are you that tired?